Good day, mates. We are the Outset. I'm Haikal.
Wagwan, Mary.
What's up, guys? I'm Ish.
Yo, we are at Gameweek 9.
Yes, sir. Welcome to
Yay.
Singapore's top Premier League roundup show.
Top.
And if you've not followed us, if you've not subscribed to us, it's high time you do. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, and of course on socials like Instagram and TikTok. So with that being said, we've come to the end of the episode because Liverpool once again did not have a match this week.
Every week,
Again,
same thing.
every week is going to be the same story.
I don't understand why Premier League is actually not showing any Liverpool games at the moment.
Wow.
I don't know what's
Wow. I mean, at least Salah scored.
True. Once again we don't have our boy Mith on the show today. Mith is still in Europe. He is about to watch he's there for the Champions League game as well, right?
Yeah.
So that is next week. Next week, right? Man, he's been. Is it like a 20-day trip or something?
I think he was saying like 3 weeks or something. Yeah, thereabouts, man.
Nice, man. If and when Mith can join us, of course he will, because we will need his Arsenal perspective, or else we'll just run that team to the ground, because that's what we do as rival fans. Oh, also I'd like to clarify, because people have asked me personally, like, what happened to the other side of our podcasting, which is to interview business owners, musicians, and all that. Do not worry. Like we mentioned before, we are taking a break from that. Season 2 will be back soon. But in the meantime, we will still have weekly roundup of the English Premier League for you guys. If you guys are fans of clubs that we are not fans of, just drop us a DM if this is your thing. If you want to join us and talk about your clubs, you can do so. So with that being said, we're going to start Game Week 9's review.
Let's go. Let's do this.
There are a number of standout games, right? I mean, Liverpool didn't play this week. but which games do you guys want? Which game do you guys want to cover first? I think, right, let's start on a very positive note. Let's start at the Old Trafford game. Manchester United.
It seems like we're always starting at the United game nowadays, bro.
Was that? No, our last episode was Man U and Liverpool. Well, of course, that's where we're going to start.
Okay, let's go.
Let's start with the Man U versus Brighton game at Old Trafford.
Let's go.
United won 4-2. So they are, again, these jokers turn up in their United kits.
Has arrived. That is the first thing I'm gonna say.
But it was a good win. Before I let you guys take over this segment, I watched the game and I thought that this was Man United's best performance to date in this season. So what were your thoughts about this game?
Ish, go first, man.
Hey, man. Finally, we beat the bogey team after 3 seasons. We have lost the last 3 seasons at Old Trafford. Can you believe it? To Brighton. It's insane, right? Like, for the past 3 seasons, we have lost.
It's mad.
Okay, and then so obviously, big positives. Cunha scoring his first goal, celebrating like however he celebrated. I mean, it was nice to see, like, they were joking. Cunha was like, when I scored, they asked me, "Oh, you can score?" Teammates, And then honestly, it was like a Embuemo masterclass also, right? With the 2 goals that he had. And yeah, man, I think the front line is starting to take shape. Like whatever, Heiko, we were mentioning.
I love that, man. I
front
love
three.
that front three.
Yeah.
Right now,
nice.
remember we were saying like how we were saying like, okay, maybe like change it up and things like that. I understand that, but like that front three, the way they like, played off each other, it worked, man. And like I just felt like, damn, if from now on we continue building on this and have this front three keep on going on, it's gonna be a problem, bro.
I thought Sesko had a good assist, right?
Sesko honestly had a very good game, lah. Like, I mean, he could have scored one. I know we were texting the picture. We thought he was going to smash in with his left, but that being said, I think he's getting in the right places, and his hold up is very good. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing negative for me to say about the front three. Even like Bruno, Casemiro had a very, very good game.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Casemiro is back to his best. I like last season, like the first half, he wasn't really doing so well. When Amorim came in, he was actually the fourth choice centre mid, behind Toby
Yeah.
Cordier. It's crazy, right? Um, and yeah, man, it's nice to see the resurgence of like even Luke Shaw had a good game. I feel, yeah.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
league never a doubt. I think he's our best player right now. At the back, Euro had a decent game. The only but like even Dalo was alright. So I think like overall Ahmad, sorry, forget to mention Ahmad. The Ahmad and Buemo partnership is starting to form, man. Honestly, you can see like all our attacks go from the right, so it's a bit
Do
scary
you
also.
also see? Do you also see how they covered each other? So, for example, when Ahmad went up further the field and was like outside the
He will drop in at the
yeah,
back.
and Buemo will kind of drop further out to the right or even further back, further back.
Yeah.
So that was crazy to see like the understanding that they had. So yeah, that was good, man.
I think this
Lamens
is
also, no?
very much to what I was saying whenever people say that Mazraoui should start on the right or whatsoever. Put Mazraoui in the back, man. I feel like he is and this season, like that aside, do you guys feel like not being in Europe is helping you guys?
100%, man. Like,
Right.
we have more time to prepare. Then the teams
Mhm.
are by right less tired, right?
Yeah, I
Like
think even
even the
players
fun,
like Casemiro benefit from him. Right. I don't think Casemiro, if
correct,
you
correct.
guys were
If
in
two games
Europe, I
cannot,
don't think
no
he
chance.
cannot play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
the
mm-mm.
yeah,
Go
sorry.
for it. Go for it.
Like the Mazraoui, right? Getting back to him, I think he is a brilliant right centre back.
Mhm.
You
Mm,
know,
mm,
so
mm,
it's options. And there are certain games that we might need to lock in their left winger, right?
mm.
Mazraoui can come in and do a job also. So he is the kind of player like who is like so versatile, right? And I think it's a beauty to have options.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for years we didn't have options. Like now we can actually start Mount or
Yeah.
Kunya or whoever, and dude, like which I don't remember the last few years, right, whereby we can say these kind of things. Like we have
Mhm.
options now, right? And options are always a good thing.
Yeah.
But because of the lack of games, right, it's can be very frustrating for the option like the people on the bench lah, like
Mhm.
For
Kobe,
sure.
your Xerxes, and yeah lah. So actually, later in the later part after Heikel has his whatever Heikel stops, right. I actually want to mention why I feel there was a drop off
Mhm.
after the subs. Yeah, but Heikel, you go first lah. Like let's talk about the good things first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I also
Let
feel
the
like
good times roll.
That's a good
uh
time. So
sticking to the Mazraoui issue, or not issue, but to the Mazraoui topic, I think he could start over Dalo, for example. I still feel Dalo didn't exactly really have like a great game. He still
Mhm.
was still
yeah,
himself. I'm gonna I'm good. This is crazy because I'm gonna give mad props to Bruno for this game.
Yes, sir.
This is like this is how he should be playing. I'm not saying he has to play 10 games like this, but this is how he should. This is how he was. This is how he is. So I felt that was the Bruno of old when he first came to United. That was how he was carrying United. This was the performance that showed his mind, his brilliance, the way he was scanning the field, the way he was, looking out for everyone. That was crazy. And I'm also gonna give props to Shaw because Shaw did
Wow, what is going on?
an amazing job. Bro,
It's true lah.
I'm
I understand. I understand.
I'm a passionate fan, but I also use my brains, bro. Huh? Okay, I have eyes to see also. But Luke Shaw did a good job. I mean, of course, again, this is what he's supposed to be, right?
Mm.
This is the kind of player that he's supposed to be. Of course, Cunha scoring this at Old Trafford, somewhere at home. I think that is gonna help him. I think he didn't need help at all, lah. I think he has it. He's just he just got to get that first goal out of the way. Um, of course, apart from that, Mbuemo, Sesko, amazing perform. Sesko, I think he's going to be super great for us. But Mbuemo, guys, the
Mhm.
touches,
Yeah.
the link ups, the transition,
The dance.
the dances, right? The dance. And like all the balls that he received, right? When he touched, he controlled the ball and push it or move it forward. you knew it was a threat. You knew he was like, they tried to close him down. He still managed to, get the ball out or dribble out or pass the ball or whatever. So Mbuemo, crazy. But I also got to give mad props to Wat Kasim. I call him Wat Kasim,
Mark
guys.
Gassam.
Casemiro, wow. Like, the resurgence of Casemiro is not only mad. It's like his story and Maguire is like kind of the same, like. But of course, he didn't have like that backstory of like Maguire, but he is like really showing people like, hey, like, you all doubted me, right? Like,
Mhm.
I can pass the ball, bro. I can defend. I can tackle, but I can pass the ball, bro, and I can shoot.
Mhm.
Even though it was, we take those, guys, whether it was a deflect or not.
But bro, I think like for Casemiro, right, like I think like his passing is never the thing it got like question, right? It's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
of the legs.
The legs,
Here's
the
the
legs,
thing,
correct.
But here's the thing, why I feel right, he has been having an exceptional game. I don't know whether like you guys agree with me, lah, right? I think it's because you see yesterday, the game that day, right? Like the League and Shaw were
Mhm.
actually in their half at one point,
Yeah,
marking
correct.
player. So right, the whole system, right? I was actually mentioning this to you guys like very, very early on. The whole system will fail, right, if the centre backs cannot go up and press up.
Mhm.
But now the centre backs are going up, the tens are coming back. So it's kind of the running done by Casemiro is not as much
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
versus right where the whole front line and the back line is so how to say so far apart, right? So he in the middle has to like run up and down, which
Yeah,
he
yeah.
will suffer. But I think like the whole thing, like the centre backs pushing up, like the league, the Casemiro goal actually was because Shaw actually got the ball off
Yeah,
one of the
correct.
Yeah,
players
half
plus the
in
half,
front,
right?
yeah, yeah. In
So
the
that is the
opponent's half, yeah.
so his positioning, Shaw's positioning, the league's positioning was very good.
Yeah.
And if we can keep this up, I'm telling you, we will definitely get some results in throughout the season.
Super.
Like for example, I feel this game was very, very different from the Liverpool game, right?
Yeah.
Whereby we did this game actually held a bit of possession, more direct plays. So I mean, I like it, man. I like the changes that is going on in the team, like in terms of how we play. Like Brighton, like I thought it's going to be a game of chess whereby both of them are going to give long balls to each other.
Yeah.
But Brighton decided to play from the back, and as Matt
Mhm.
said, that it's then stupid for Hustler to like not change the strategy in the halftime.
Yeah,
They
correct.
kept doing the same thing and kept getting punished. But
Yep.
here's what I have to tell about give props to United, man. Like I like the tinkering that they are doing, like especially Ruben, right? The tinkering that he's doing during for different games, the adaptability he's showing. So yeah, man, I'm very, very happy with the overall performance of the team. And yeah, so I was gonna say, right, the dilemma of the substitutions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
You-
this this
yeah.
is we are bringing this up because you guys were three goals up,
3 goals up.
Three
We
and
were
goals.
then
comfortable there, yeah.
Welbeck scored, and
Mhm.
then they had another
What a
one
what
from
a
the
goal though. Like,
what a free kick from Welbeck,
Sick.
and
what a goal.
then Brighton scored another one from a corner, and then it was 3-2. I was telling Shahid, like, if it gets to 3-2 and there's enough time, right, you guys won't win the game. But I think at the end of it, they were just pushing too much. But shout out to Bruno for that. To me, is like assisting without touching the ball.
Insane.
The goal for Mbeumo, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you were saying why do you feel like there was a drop off in what United were doing? Because after you guys were 3-0 up, it felt like it was all Brighton. Like
No,
you
but
guys,
I think at that point, like when we're 3-0 up, right, there's not much things that needs to be like we just like hold the ball and wait for them to make a mistake, then we go, right?
yeah.
So now the thing is, right, I understand the reason for the subs because these players haven't played, they need to play, right? So usually we will sub a bit later on, but we actually sub like Mino on for Casemiro
Yeah.
like very, very early, right? So what happened was that if you notice, right, like this is not Mino's fault, it's the lack of game time that he has had.
Definitely.
You give him game time, you give this Ugarte game time, right? They will also um, be on track with the whole thing, right? So what happened was these players too many changes too soon already for the subs. But here's the predicament: if you do not play them, they will not get on good enough to be in the first team also, right?
Yeah.
So the drop off to me happened because of the fact that the changes had to be made. We were 3-0 up. If there's a time to be a difference to be a substitution to be made, right? It was at that game because 3-0 up. So now the thing is, right, the players were expected to be able to hold
Mhm.
Which, because honestly, I don't blame Zirkzee. I think it's his first game in I don't know how many games, like 6 games or something. Or something like the last game was probably Grimsby. I can't remember exactly. He hasn't played in Premier League in a long time. This Mainu also hasn't gotten much game time. Ugarte was fine actually. And if you notice, the second goal was like Zirkzee never marked the man, right? Like the man
Yeah.
right behind him. But it's like, I am not blaming them for anything. But I feel like this had to be done for them to get exposure. So here's the thing. I feel like Ruben has his first 11 pretty much selected already, right? Who can custom to the system. Actually, you see all these players, right? They know their roles. Like Bar Dalot, I don't know what the hell is doing there. But anyways, all of them, all of them know what they are doing. So for the drop off to happen, it's a temporary thing. I feel as much as games, as many games as these guys get, right, they will also get in tune with the whole team, with the whole. So
But
I think that
okay,
is
here's the other spectrum of what you are sharing, right? Where do you think the game time is going to come? I don't see the throughout the season that I'm not. I'm for the life of me, I'm not seeing Kobe Mainu start any games unless you guys uh, have an injury to Casemiro, you guys have an injury to Ugarte. That's when I feel Mainu will start. So you guys are not in Europe. You guys are bumped out of the Carabao Cup. So where is the game time going to come? And how long? Well, this is not me taking anything. Like I said, you guys at your best performance in anything. So like how long do you think you guys these players will get, like if they are going to get 10-20 minutes every game, and then you need to make these changes every game? Not every game you guys are going to be 3-0 up, right? So do you guys feel like Ruben will have to start these guys, or you think throughout the season it's going to be the same? Because you guys don't have much games. If you talk about it, it's 1 week, it's a game a week, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think like okay. So what's gonna happen is AFCON, right? We have Embuemo and this Ahmad gone at that point.
Mm,
Okay, so that will be a month almost, right? Almost
yeah,
1 month
correct.
of. I think that is when all these players
Rotates.
will get their chance, and also actually Ruben after the game, right? Actually, this is damn smart. Okay, he said something like, "I'm very proud of Casemiro, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
of he was like the last choice centre mid for me back when I
Mm-hmm.
first joined." But actually, he's trying to send a message to Mino. Okay, he said
Mm-hmm.
things can change very quick. Okay, things can change very quick. One good performance and you'll be my first. So in a way, like he's talking about Casemiro, but actually he's trying to indirectly talk to Mino also,
Yeah.
right? Because there's a lot of talks about Mino wanting to leave and all, right? So here's the thing, that I sincerely believe that during the AFCON period is where they get their chance. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
How about
I
you, bro?
I think that Menu will leave. I think it's not a statement that I'm making now. I think last season when Amorim took over, after 2 games, I told you guys that Kobe Menu is not a Ruben Amorim player. He doesn't have the physicality for it. He's a technical player. So much like what I would say maybe Klopp's time, right? There was Lalana. Lalana used to be one of Jurgen's favorite player. But you know Lalana will not be able to do the things that Klopp needs him to do in terms of pressing, in terms of being physical. So I see the same thing. In like 2-3 games whereby he kept benching Mainu, I already told you guys that Kobe is not Amorim. I might be wrong. End of the day, maybe one day he will start. But from what I see, he's not the player, because there's no way Ugarte comes in more than Menu. There's no way Casemiro gets more. Okay, now yes, Casemiro is in a brilliant phase of the games, right? But no, I don't think he's. I think if you guys are not selfish and allow him to fulfill some World Cup dreams, he has to leave in January, and that's a given. He has to go on loan, or or, or just facilitate a move. He was one of England's main players in the Euros, right? So based on now, Tuchel is not going to call him for sure. So something has to be done. You can't give him 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then expect the guy to be happy. This is not looking at the negatives. If you don't need the player as much, okay, in any game that he has came on, have you guys seen any contribution for Menu that is like, wow, yeah, he's showing anything? It's like he's a passenger in any 20 minutes.
Yeah,
cameo
he's just getting some
minutes.
game
That's
type
about it,
minutes.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's
I
right.
mean, there's nothing to say that he's doing this. We can see the defensive aspect. We can see the offensive aspect. No, at the moment, like Casemiro, Ugarte seem to suit Amorim more. So in terms of his future, I don't see it. But of course, Manchester United fans will be a bit more hopeful of it because he's Manchester born, right? So you guys will be hoping that he. But I think his path ends up like Garnacho's. Not so volatile, but it just like slowly he moves on.
To answer Ish's question earlier on, where they're going to get the minutes. I think
Yeah.
he has to start every game. But in saying that, right, Amorim's like now walking on eggshells a bit still. Like he has to be careful, right? Because like back to back good
Yeah,
wins, good
you can't change
performances.
it,
Yeah,
right?
he has to like be firm and he has to like if he wants to tweak, right, he has to be like very, I wouldn't say minor, but he has to be like quite small. Like it cannot be too much of a tweak because
Mm-hmm.
it's working, right? And these players are fresh, right? These players are
Yeah,
fresh. We don't have much games going on unless we had like midweek games, we had like games 2-3 days before. Yeah, I get it, but
yeah.
we're so fresh. He knows these players are working out for him. So Ish, I think no matter what, minutes still has to be given. I think a lot of the players still deserve it. I think we, you
But you
know,
don't change what's
what's working lah.
what's going well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's
So
right. So it's going to be tough. So I hope he can figure that out somehow. I feel for to answer your question, it can be every game from now on. Still, some things can be done. To just make it to just make everyone get used to game time and get more game time because it was seen, right. Zirkzee all they're very sluggish
I
and
think
it's not
what he's
playing.
more willing to change is the back line, right? I think this is your third game where the back line is
Different backline.
different, but it's
Bro, he
been quite
every time
effective.
change.
It's been
Almost,
quite
yeah.
quite effective,
Yeah.
although he's made the change.
I think it's because of the same mold of like Dele and Maguire doing that same role, and also Dele is doing an amazing job anyway.
Yeah.
So I think these are the players who can come in and just like kind of do their job and everything is fine. But to answer to for your part, Mary, I wanna just say I think I've said this before. I think I'm okay with Mainu leaving,
Mm-hmm.
even though I would love for him to still be in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you, man. This kid is a young gem. Not being played, I think is very frustrating. I think it's gonna take a toll on him. So I think to move him on, I think something has to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Ruben Amorim has to figure out if if he wants to integrate this kid into the system. If not, then I think he has to go. I think for me, Max on loan.
Yeah, correct.
But
Nothing
they won't let
more.
him go, lah, bro. You know why not?
Yeah.
Because you see, you think
To have
about
the
it, like
bodies.
if he's gone, right? Essentially, what we have left in the midfield is Ugarte, bro.
Yeah, but then he's not gonna go now, bro. In January, I tell you, we're gonna go for the Baliba. We're gonna go for
No
the
lah, I don't think they're
Elliot.
gonna
We're
come.
gonna go
And talking
for
about Baleba, man, he was an absolute garbage
no, no,
performance.
no. What I mean is, I'm just giving an example. Like
Yeah,
we're gonna
the
go
host.
for,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna go for Wharton and that kind of thing. Like, I think this situation, right, is much more political than we think because Mainu wants to represent England, man, and
Yeah.
that if you're not playing, you're not gonna represent. So it's quite tough, lah. So I for me, if he goes, Max will be alone now for me. So
But
I
also
I
doesn't help, the Wharton, this Elliot Anderson having the season of their lives, right? Like
yeah, that's
These
true.
it's
guys
kind of
are these guys are not going to be cheap. So if you are talking about just sending out menu on loan, then you guys are not going to be able to afford
yeah. I
the
think
likes of
if that's the
Wharton
case,
or
no
Elliot.
chance, bro.
Then
No,
that
100
makes it
millions, yeah.
that makes it like to be a selfish decision because you see him to be just a body with no intention to start him or whatsoever, but they just hold on to him, and his World Cup aspirations are gone. And I'm sure if he was not called up before this upcoming World Cup, right,
Yeah.
I think he would have been okay. But I think him being in Euros and then having that outstanding Euros, that is why he would be itching to get up, go and get some game time. But we will see. We'll see. We will come back to this in January. See if the situation progresses, because by then we will have gone ongoing,
Yeah.
and then we would see more clearly. So going to what you mentioned, Baliba had a poor game. I
Mm.
don't think it's just Baliba. The whole of Brighton had a bad game. As much as, like I said, is your best performance, I think it is in line with Brighton's worst, and goes that goes for the Sunderland game as well, right? We haven't seen Sunderland that bad throughout the season, and then they came to your home ground and then struggled. I felt like Brighton had the same thing, and this is why I do not like. This was my criticism of Amorim at the start of the season, right? Not willing to change. Hustler did the same thing, not willing to change. You have to make in-game tweaks. You got like robbed off the ball once, and then every other time United looked so threatening every time that mistake happened, right? The passes were either too short, or the passes were too forced, or the passes were too rushed, and United pressed really well. So if that is the case, then what are you doing holding on to the same principle, right? You just have to go long. You have to try something. And I was expecting like second half Brighton comes out and then does did some tweaks or whatsoever. It was just 2-0 right at that point of time. But nothing. They continued to play the same way, gave the ball away the same way again, and then got punished for it. And by then it was two two for I was even surprised that Brighton got 2 goals back, because it didn't seem like it at that point,
Mm.
because United were all over them at
Mm.
that point of time, right? So I think Brighton had a bad game. Minte, my God, the guy, he couldn't get a pass right. He couldn't.
He couldn't do anything,
Couldn't
especially when he was
dribble.
on the left. He was even
Yeah,
worse when he
and then
was on the left.
he went to the right. He could dribble. He beat the defender,
Couldn't
and
pass
then
off. Yeah.
the ball somehow just couldn't get out of his
Yeah.
feet. So these things hurt Brighton. I mean, if they had like players like Baliba had any sort of a decent game, I think they would have put up a much better fight. Even without even being as they were, it became like a nervy thing. In the end, you guys were quite comfortable with the 4-2 win, right?
But I just want to add something to that, man. I think
Mm.
apart from Amorim doing the changes and the strategy and the tactics and everything, I
Yeah,
think the confidence also played a part of the players. Like
yeah,
you
definitely.
saw when after that when we went 3 up, even though after that we considered because of
The
the
changes, like Ismail
changes,
said.
right?
Yeah,
But like actually the players, they had the confidence and they felt confident, and you can see that they were controlling the ball better, they were making better decisions,
yeah,
they
for
were
sure.
closing down Brighton players. Like that's the reason why Brighton players couldn't do anything. Baleba was being closed down by Casemiro, by Delic. So it's like Delic was closing down well back, and so it's like I felt confidence is also another thing that United players were lacking, and now they are having it. They felt it during this game. You can
Mhm.
actually see, you can actually like feel it, and I think that was one of the reasons also the performance was so good.
Yeah, I mean, it stems from also now having had the back-to-back victories, right?
Yeah, and
And
and and,
then,
and also with this confidence, right, with the keeper as well, with Lemons in goal.
mm,
I think the defenders were so confident to like. You saw how high Delete went up, no? Like that was
yeah,
how high he went up, and he knew, because like I think even though we don't see it, or we don't feel it here, but the players definitely know, like, oh wow,
yeah,
I
this
got a reliable guy between the sticks, man. Like I can go all out, and I know he's gonna save the ball. And true enough, he did. Like the 2 goals were unfortunate. I feel who's gonna save that Danny Welbeck
mm-hmm.
free kick, man? Like, and who that header was like so it was so strong and so direct and so like so near to him. You just couldn't do anything. So
Brilliant header too.
yeah, brilliant header
Yeah.
as well. So I think the confidence of every player doing like knowing now they have each other's back, they're working for each other. I think that is helping the team as well, and it's that is apart from like Ruben Amorim's tactic or these tweaks or whatever, because the players now know like, damn, this
Mhm.
this are this is how I'm gonna play and this is how I'm gonna die for this team. So I think confidence also plays a huge
Bro, the
part, man.
fact that we are not talking about like our goalkeeper, right,
Mhm.
shows like we have come a long way, man. Right, like it was
Crazy,
bro,
I
that's
wish I wish
crazy,
Mitran was here. I mean, whenever you guys talk about goalkeepers, right?
it's crazy,
Uh,
you know. Like the fact
crazy
that we are
guys,
not the fact that we are not
crazy.
uh, like okay lah, first game, Lemons came in, you're excited. But this is how it should be, you're not supposed to be talking about your freaking
yeah,
goalkeeper the whole
exactly.
time.
Yeah, yeah,
No, but can you imagine this is normal this is normality to you, man. But it's to us it's not.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
this is very unknown territory, okay? That's how
Bro,
much we have suffered
we came
last few
from the
years.
time of after Bruce Grobler, there was David James, there was all your bad keepers. I know how it feels to have a bad keeper, but I didn't think it would be to this magnitude
Onana bad.
that you guys are
You really
talking
think
up.
it's gonna
Will your confidence continue? Your next game is Nottingham Forest
Forest?
away. Sean Dyche, they lost, but it was an away game. So what's your prediction for Man United away at Nottingham Forest next week?
I'm a bit scared because it's not a low block, bro. They call it the lowest block.
Mhm.
This game, right?
Go
Because
block.
it's go block, bro. This one, I wow.
I think
I
I
think
think I think I'm gonna be confident here, based off the performance from last week and this week.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go with 2-0 to United.
bro, I was
Mhm.
gonna say the same first time.
I think, yeah, I think they're gonna break through no matter
I
what
think
kind of
2-0.
lowest block is happening.
Yeah.
I think my prediction for the game is Nottingham Forest 1, Man United 0, because this is the proposition that you guys have not faced in 3 games.
Sean Dyche,
Because
you mean?
Forest is going to stay back. You think Forest are going to be
Yeah,
as naive as Brighton and try to pass out from the back? They're not
yeah,
going to do
yeah.
that. You think Forest is going to do what Liverpool did? No, they're not going to do that. They're just going to wait. They're going to wait and say, break us down. And if you guys try to push up like the way you guys did against Brighton, that's all they'll be hoping for,
Oh, oh,
to put the ball up and not be naive and pass through the lines or
yeah.
something. I think
Also, Sean Dyche is a very direct
yeah,
coach. Like he's
he
gonna
passing through
just be
from the back,
direct.
he's gonna think it's utter work nonsense.
Yeah, yeah. He
So,
doesn't believe in that
I
crap.
think Maguire comes in now. I think this game Maguire comes in.
yeah. Okay, but there is a other dilemma. But of course, like I said, we will see, right? Because if that is how you guys are going to go, then you cannot push up as much as you do. Because if you put Shaw and Maguire together and then try to push up, who's
Do,
gonna reach the
do you
players?
think he could actually play Manu this game and Manu to, like,
Mm,
cut?
I don't think so.
nah, I think
Okay, nah.
it's too physical of a game. I don't think
Okay,
he
lah.
will
Mm.
think it is all right.
No
So
lah,
that's
yeah,
our prediction for that.
I think like this game, right, the Forest game, like the only reason why I feel the last few seasons, like, in fact, or like especially last season until now, we couldn't break a low block, right,
Mm-hmm.
is because like firstly we didn't have those direct like okay, someone like example Embuemo, right? That guy, bro, I'm telling you, it's insane. Like every touch he takes, right, is danger. He's going to bring it to a
Yeah,
dangerous area. So even if it's low block, right? Okay, we have Cunha who finally got off the charts.
yeah.
If you're talking about long shots, we have Cunha, we have
Mhm.
Sesko. I mean, I honestly think we can break them down. That's why I'm okay. The 2-0, I think it's going to be a 2-0, comfortable 2-0.
Mhm.
I feel.
Will
Before
they
before
be broken down? Let's
before
see. Let's
Matt, before we go on, I just wanted to give a response to a comment we had.
mm-hmm.
This comment is actually to Ismam, your brother.
Isha,
Ishraq.
Ishraq.
Bro, firstly, I just want to thank you for always tuning in and supporting us.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. And I love that
Yes,
you
sir.
are engaging and always commenting. Please continue doing that. I love a good football talk. I love to, we love to debate. But I just wanted to give a response to his comment. Ishraq bro, he said, so the comment he said, enjoy. He said, Haika bro, as I said before, I'll say it again. Enjoy the wins, man. Can't be upset about them not coming and not enjoying them. Okay, bro. So I am happy, bro.
This week, enjoy.
I do enjoy. Even last week when we beat Liverpool, I did enjoy. I think the boys know so much, especially in our group chat. I'm always the one still with caps lock and still like, yes, what a goal or whatever. I'm still happy. But also I'm also quite, um I'm also quite scared lah sometimes, United sometimes can concede and then, and we can sometimes can lose, so sometimes I just try to control my emotions a bit, so I don't get too hopeful. But man, if United does perform very well, I'm always the first one to always say how good my team is doing. But I'm also I want them to build from this. I want them to get better. I want them to keep performing at always a higher standard. So that's why maybe that's where my how you guys will how should I put it? How I always how I talk about my team. So yeah, man. But thank you. I always enjoy a great win. This week was a amazing week. Of course, the Liverpool game was also a great win. Sorry, Matt. But yeah, man, I'm happy. So thank you, Isra. Thank you so much. Please keep the comments going, guys. And everyone else, please continue your comments and let us know. And sorry, one more thing. The guy who asked us to pin
Yeah,
the
I'm not
pin.
sure. We have pinned
we
your
pin
comment.
it, but you now have to follow us. Subscribe, bro. Okay, but yeah.
Subscribe.
Anyway, so that I just wanted to respond to that comment.
With that being said,
And
we've come to the end of this game.
are
These
we going?
guys, if they win, also takes 40 minutes. If they lose, also takes 40
What to
minutes.
do? We're the
So,
most popular club in England. What to do?
yeah, most popular but not most successful.
What?
So,
Whoa!
how about we end this?
I was
Okay.
gonna drop a fucking banger, bro. I say when United catches a cold, when United catches a sneeze, rest of the league catches a cold, bro. Fuck.
Too late for that, Unfortunately,
No,
we
Lord,
can add in. We can
I
add
can
in.
add in.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay,
So on a
surprise.
magic. We've pulled out a magic move. Magic move for our man
Magic move sounds like.
Mystic Meat. So Meat is currently, bro. Tell us where
Tell
you at,
us, man.
I'm in Austria now. I'm in Austria, guys. Missed you all, so I couldn't give the podcast a skip. Rushed back, checked in, and made sure I got onto the podcast.
Bro, I think
Nice.
if Arsenal didn't win, you probably would be like, bro, I'm going out for sightseeing. I'm not.
Bro, if Arsenal didn't win, WhatsApp would be on one tick, bro.
Hey, bro, what's the weather like? There?
Weather is too lah. It's really cold lah. It's very cold lah, guys. Yeah, quite cold and lonely at the top lah. You know what I mean, guys.
No, not at the moment. Only you know what you mean, bro.
Oh, bro, last year you knew it, bro. This year,
True that. So since Meat is here, we're gonna go into the game that concerns him next.
Let's do it.
We've only covered Manchester United against Brighton. So next, Arsenal versus Palace. It ended 1-0 at the Emirates. It's a wonderful goal by Eze. It's like a kung fu kick. Whenever I see something going like that, I always feel like it's like a kung fu kick goal. So apart from the goal, Meat, what do you feel? What do you feel about the game in itself?
I thought, to be honest, right, guys, the game was very boring, and the performance was subpar from Arsenal. I would have given a feel for every domain except for the results, but that's that matters, right? So a bit difficult to make a judgment because the boys got the 3 points, but the performance was lacking, and I felt there were a few contributing factors. Number one, the Atletico Madrid game, we usually after such a big game at home, the next game at home is a bit flat. So I kind of expected it. The second thing was the fact that some of the players, there's a bit of injuries that were popping up here and there. Saliba went off at halftime. Rice was playing with a niggle and everything. So a few contributing factors. To be honest, I really don't know how to feel about it because it's 3 points. We have got quite a good cushion at the top, but the thing that I really don't know how to answer is, will this catch up with us eventually? Because I was seeing this stat by Sky Sports, and they said that in terms of open play chances created, Arsenal are 19th in the league.
Yeah.
19th in the league.
Really?
So, yeah, they're 19th in the league in terms of open play chances created. I really don't know, because if you had asked me this 2 seasons ago, I'd say non-sustainable. But it's been 3 seasons now where set pieces are just bailing us out over and over again. And every time there's a set piece, right, as an Arsenal fan, I've kind of grown to appreciate it to the point where I expect a goal. I was watching the game with this guy, and the guy was telling me, when there's a corner for Arsenal, there's a higher possibility that it ends up as a goal rather than end up as not a goal. That's the kind of sentiment that is going through the fan base. So I think the set piece, that 1 goal, the 3 points, I can't complain. But at the same time, there's just this niggling feeling.
One set of fans just appreciated the goalkeeper, and now it's another set of fans who's appreciating corners. Game's gone.
But can I just add in there? I saw a video on Arsenal TV, right? Robbie, and then one of the fan actually was concerned about this. He was actually saying the same thing, or he was questioning the same thing that Mith is questioning as well. Like, he was saying, like, is this the kind of football that Arsenal want to play? And yeah, it's great that, of course, the 3 points is always valuable, right? It's a win anyways. But is it sustainable? So are we going to start buying the Michael Coyotes? Are we going to start buying all these long ball throwers as well?
Right, and Arteta at this point doesn't care. We saw it last season. From being like a really fluid team, he became more pragmatic last year. And I think this year he is perfectly fine, because he's at the stage of his tenure at the club, whereby what is more important right now is to bring back the title. Right. So I don't think he will, for one bit, like, of course he will want more goals, but if like fans are asking, like, is this how we want to play? As long as there's 3 points in the bag, I think that is fine, because here's what I feel about Arsenal right at this point of time. Like, it's a matter of them scoring. It's not can they score? I do not think that, even like Mith, you had your reservations about can you guys get the win and all that, right? But one thing I was very sure about was Arsenal was not going to lose this game, because when I saw Palace, and much alike to a lot of teams that will come and face you guys this season, right? I think it's about you guys scoring, but you guys will not lose. You cannot say the same about any other team in the Premier League at the moment. If Liverpool had played Palace, you can't say that they will not lose. If Manchester City had played Palace, you cannot say that they will not lose. But Arsenal are the team at the moment that you look at it and you're like, yeah, they're not going to concede. So it's about how you get the goals. And whichever way it's coming as of now, it seems like through your corner kicks, it's fine. I think you guys will take it all day, right? Are you concerned that, Mith, are you concerned that it is not like free-flowing attacking football?
Not really, because I feel that 2 seasons ago, Arteta looked at it. He probably saw City, he saw Liverpool, and he saw that these two are the guys who we need to beat to win the title, right?
Yeah.
So he probably looked at it and he saw Liverpool and City having way too much firepower compared to Arsenal. So he thought, what's the easier route I can take to win this title? Option number 1 is I try to build a firepower better or equivalent of what Liverpool and City are having, and try to go toe-to-toe with them. Option number 2, I go through a different route whereby I actually stack up on defense, get a super goalkeeper, concede close to as minimal as possible, and win the league. I think both routes are fine, because if you ask me now, it would have taken a enormous effort to have the attacking prowess that Liverpool and City possess, even at this stage. But defense-wise, I think Arteta had a look at it and saw that Liverpool City defense not really there. Not really. They have got you can
Issues.
go at the defense. Yeah, they have issues in the defense. So he took that route. And for me, I'm fine with it because it means that basically like what Mehdi said, the feeling here at Arsenal is that once we score one goal, it's more or less curtains because the team just doesn't seem to let in goals. And I'll tell you another fun fact. We have conceded one shot on target in the last 4 games. 4 games, one shot on target.
That's mad.
We're not talking about goals. We're talking about shots on targets. You know how scary that sounds? That's really, really scary because they don't even allow shots on targets. Then how do you concede goals? If you don't concede goals, you most of the time probability-wise are going to end up winning the game. So I think the approach Arteta has decided to take is fine with me because we had the tiki-taka, the beautiful football under Arsene Wenger. We had it under Unai Emery. We had it under Mikel Arteta during his early tenure with Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe and everything. It didn't work. Clearly, it didn't work. It was games where we 3-2, 4-3, 2-1. It was not really getting us where we want to be. Now it is. So points on the board, I can't complain, boys. I really can't.
Do you now think currently, like at this moment, you guys can bag the trophy at the end of the season? I'm gonna put you on the spot here, mate. So
the question is what's the question again? I'm so
do you think
scared that I'm
Arsenal?
asking for the question again.
Do you think Arsenal will win? Will this be the Arsenal's year and win that trophy, that league title that has been so elusive for Arteta?
I didn't understand. No, I got a question. Okay. I'm going to answer it. I think we will win the title. If you ask me, I think we'll win the title.
Okay, guys, can we clip this?
Okay, y'all can clip me, and if we don't, rightfully so, I deserve to be clipped up. Because if you are in the pole position now, City and Liverpool are showing so much of weakness in various aspects, and if you cannot bring it home this season, then I really don't know if we will bring it home anytime. Yeah, and another thing is that at this point of time, right, like you have a good cushion and the teams around you play each other, I think, over the next 2 game weeks and everything. And I think we will bring it home. If you ask me why I'm saying with such confidence, like what I told you guys in the group yesterday, one man fills me with that confidence, and that is Gabriel. Bro, that guy is like a ringleader, when the corners are given, Rice goes to the corner flag, he goes there, don't know what he talks to Rice, comes back and he gathers the gang, tells them all kinds of things, and boom,
information.
It's like it generates goals, it generates chances, and the good thing about Gabriel is that he's equally effective in both penalty boxes. He's super dangerous threat for corners and set piece. On the other end, defense wise, the guy is immaculate. His blocks, his interceptions, his reading of the game. And I just want to say something. It's not easy because yesterday it was a tough one. Palace 1-0. Going to the last 10 minutes, Mosquera on your right, Hincapi, first game, Premier League debut on your left. You really had to shore them up, and you were the leader, and he stood up because towards the end we were under the rocks a bit, but I think Gabriel, he will be the reason why we win the title if we do win the title, which I expect us to do.
He had an effort of the bar, but I agree with what you say. Like, Gabriel has been immense. I think the hair transplant did wonders for him, because this is not the Gabriel that we saw like three seasons ago, right? He has slowly become this guy. Because I remember when he first came in, I thought this guy's a bum, man. Like, he was like making rash decisions. We didn't see him like go up and score corners. We didn't see the leadership in him. So a new hairline definitely is
you get wiser as your hair grows longer.
It's like if you score, the camera pans on you, right? At least your hairline is straight. Previously, it's like If you score, your hairline's fucked up a bit. You're like, should I do it or should I not? But with the defensive solidarity in question, right? Do you guys, now I'm going to put it to all of you guys. Do you guys think that Arsenal can beat the record set by Chelsea in the 04-05 season, whereby Jose Mourinho's team conceded just a total of 15 goals in a 38 game season?
I think can, because now it's only 1 goal in 9, bro.
So it's so you guys have considered 3 goals
Three,
in
right?
9,
Goals
right?
in 9.
Yeah. So it's looking good. So do you think it'll be done? Do you guys think it can be done? Ismam thinks it can.
I think, bro, because right, good attack wins you games. Great defense wins you titles. And
Phew,
that is like a
he
fact.
come with these sayings.
The sayings, bro. Like, you think about it, man. I know, like, I think they're gonna beat the 15 goal easy, lah.
I think it's all in their hands, to be honest. I feel they can, but it's all in their hands, and nothing against Arsenal or nothing against Mith, but you know, Arsenal has proven to always like slip up, you know. So
Yeah.
hopefully this year they don't. Hopefully this year they do a better
Well,
job. And like,
hopefully they don't, bro. We must hope they do.
no, I mean, okay, yes, but like as a, like, you know, being
Yeah,
fair
I
and
understand.
being in the middle now, you know, if they don't, then it's all in their hands, you know. It's the ball is in their court, you know. If they perform like this every time, and they get the wins like this every time, then yeah, man, I think they can even win the title. But you know, as we all know, they still have to take that leap. They still have to take that hurdle. They still have to get over, you know, I would call it a slump, because they've always ended up being second. So they have to
I
get
think
over
like if
that.
they navigate through the Christmas period like successfully, I think
Yeah.
it's done, because this week was a big momentum shift in
Yeah.
terms of, if you're looking at the people you were expecting to be in the title race.
Mm.
Liverpool are now 7 points, although it's just 9 games. Liverpool are now 7 points behind Arsenal. Man City are 6 points behind Arsenal, I
6. Yeah.
think. And the closest to them at this point of time is like Bournemouth, I think it was Sunderland, and you should have supported Liverpool, because now even Manchester United are closer to you guys. So, so I want to know from you, Meet, can the 15 goals conceded record be broken this season?
A bit tough a question. You know why I can't give a yes or no? Because you see, when you go into the deeper stages of the season, right, then you have Champions League and everything, right? There will reach a point where you're going to ship in a bit of goals. And also you must keep in mind the fact that if by God's grace, if we wrap up the title early, then we will
Or
also, you
rotation.
know, yes, rotation. So what Chelsea did, no matter how much I banter them and the rivalry and all, what
Crazy.
Chelsea did was actually unbelievable. 15 goals in a season is very, very difficult to achieve. I know we can just do the pro rating now, 9 games played, 3 goals conceded, 1 quarter of the league. So you do the pro rating, it will be less than 15. But it doesn't work that way, because different phases of the season will throw you with different experience, and different circumstances will start to appear. So you have to factor all of it in. I personally don't think so. I don't think the 15 goals, less than 15 goals record, if I may say, can be achieved. I hope the boys do, but it's going to be tough. But I'm happy with the way how it is, because for me it's not so much the record, it's more of taking one step at a time. Like what Mehdi, you said earlier, the team has got a lot of mental block. 3 years finishing second, it's not easy, guys. I was talking to this guy, this fan, and then he was telling me that, can you imagine, we as fans are going through that mental trauma, you know, 3 years back to back. What must these players be going through? Bukayo Saka, 3 years. You know, he's the main franchise player, you know, and it's not easy. So for me, I think it's one step at a time. Just do what they are doing defensively, stay solid, tackle the games. Whether you get win through set piece or free flowing football, whatsoever, I don't care. I don't really care. Just get the 3 points, move on. Because over the next 2 game weeks, if I'm not wrong, Bournemouth plays City, Liverpool plays City, and Chelsea plays Spurs and everything. So
bro,
the
stop
teams,
looking at this team. Look at the fellas above us, bro. in this
Yeah,
view.
and
The
I was
Manchester United fans are like keeping their mouth shut. Like, okay,
No, you know what's the funny thing? I have this friend of mine who's a United fan, and usually, he messages me when Arsenal scores, say, bro, nice goal. Yesterday, there was no messages,
bro,
nothing.
because now they
So,
see themselves
so I
as
got,
title contenders already.
so I got a bit worried. And then when I called him after the game, I said, hey, bro, why today you didn't even get in touch with me? He said, you guys quite lucky, yeah? I was like, there's a change in tone. So, but all seriousness, I think United, they're doing well also lah. So we have to keep an eye on a lot of teams around us. But in a nutshell, if we continue doing what we do, by Christmas we can build up a really good cushion, and that will put us really in a very favourable position lah.
Also, we have to be mindful. A lot of smaller teams can score goals. Like I'm watching a lot of these games, and a lot of teams like Bournemouth, Sunderland, all these teams can actually turn up and score goals. So yeah, Brentford, all these teams. So we gotta be careful, man. I think any team right now trying to go for that 15 goals a season conceded, I think it's gonna be tough. But yeah, man, I think Arsenal has a shout. So
Yeah.
But then, like, what do you guys think about? Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ishmael. Right.
What do you think about the your striker lah?
You're correct.
I knew. When
No, but I
Ishmael
feel like
starts
Havertz-
talking, it's the Gyökeres report card assessment.
I am, because
how much
I
he
was
wanted
so
him, how
invested.
much he wanted him.
Do you know I followed him and unfollowed him on Instagram 3 times? Okay, because there were 3
Damn.
different
Bro,
news.
you
3 different news
toxic,
he
you
gonna do.
toxic, man.
Why? No, bro. Like, I was so happy he gonna join us. Then excited. Then he said he don't want anything but Arsenal. Then I unfollow.
Yeah,
Then
that-
a report came
he
out.
felt
Then
like
after
the
that, I
roses
follow
dance,
again.
right?
Yeah. Then after that, bro, he broke my heart. So like, actually, I want to see him do well. Like, don't get me wrong. I want to play for Arsenal. I like him as a striker. But I think a lot of things will change once Havertz comes in. I think. But bro, what's your assessment on this fella? Groceries.
Gyökeres, so very tough question, man. But I just think Gyökeres, he does a lot of hard work. He puts in a shift and everything. The one thing about Arsenal over the last 2 years, especially more so this year, is that the goals are spread out. It comes from all across the board. There's no one player who stands out and is like the top scorer or the leading marksman. But that's what we bought Gyökeres for, right? So that's what he's going to be judged upon, right? So we have to be fair here. I don't think he's performing up to what he should be. He's getting away a lot with it. He's getting away a lot with it because we are top of the league, correct? And the results are coming, so nobody really cares. We just close a blind eye to it, right? All of us do. But if Arsenal drew yesterday against Crystal Palace, wow! Today's first topic would be Gyökeres, correct? So I think that what I feel about Gyökeres is that, like what I said the other time, he actually kind of opens up space for the people around him, but that's not good enough for me because you are the world's best striker, you are the world's best forward. It's okay if you take only a few touches throughout the whole game, because I know that's the kind of player Gyökeres is. He's not going to be the one who's going to drop like João Pedro or Kitiki and link up play and run at the defenders. No. But there was one chance in the game where he got the ball between Lecoq and Guehi, and he took a touch that completely he lost the ball basically. You cannot do that. You really cannot, because in a game in the Premier League, you're going to get maybe 2, 3 at most of these chances, and you have to bag it in. That's what Haaland has been doing, and I have to put you in the same breath as Haaland, because I'm not trying to say Gyökeres is as good as Haaland, but you want to be in that bracket, right? You were the world's best forward, right? So I just feel that he has been disappointing. For me, if you ask me, I think he has been disappointing. He needs to get off the mark in the league pretty soon, because it's getting a bit worrying. I know against Atletico Madrid he scored 2 goals, but if you go back to the 2 goals, it was a bit, like it's not really a striker's goal whatsoever. So I would say the word to use for him so far is disappointing, because I think we've got a good sample size so far already. There's been 9 Premier League games, and his returns has been 3 goals, 2 against Leeds, 1 against Forest. No disrespect, but these 2 teams are struggling in the league. against the big boys, against Palace yesterday, he struggled, and I expect more from him. I really do, because there's going to come times in the season, in March, in April, where it's going to get a bit draggy, 0-0, in 70th minute. That's when you look up to your $60-70 million marquee forward, and you expect him to fire it in, that goal. So I think, I think that's how I would say there's a lot more to do for Gyökeres.
It's really hard right now for Gyökeres to be compared to Haaland, because Haaland used to do his thing and Man City were top of the table. Like I think I the guys know I didn't want Gyökeres for United. I wanted Osimhen. So to see him not doing so well, I'm actually very happy. I'm sorry, Mith, but no. In all honesty, being a football fan, he should be doing more. I think as a striker, he's not doing what a striker should be doing.
The same thing you mentioned, right? When Haaland was like in his element and City were at the top of the league, then maybe that's where this whole thing is positive for Arsenal, I guess.
For him,
Gyökeres is not doing well. They are at the top of the league. So it's like a concern for another day. Like Mith say, it might be March, it might be April.
It could even help him right now to actually, being comfortable at the top and then helping him.
It also ties up with what Mith said earlier. You guys are what, 19th for what stat was it again?
Open play.
Chances created.
Yeah, open play chances created.
So we all know Gyökeres to be like the batsman, right? Like 2 yards, 3 yards out, he's in the mix in the penalty box. So if you are 19th in that particular stat, it means you're not creating enough for the guy that is known to be a natural fox in the box, right? Fox in the box that he finishes. So I still feel, we had this conversation offline before, I still feel the right move would have been Sesko at Arsenal, Gyökeres at United. Although Man United fans have the plaudits now that that Sesko is doing well.
Yeah.
I think now that United fans got creators like Cunha or Mbeumo, right? Or Gyökeres could have worked better, maybe. But I think Sesko would have been a better fit, because I think he holds up the ball better, and then Gyökeres scores better. But it's not a problem when you're at the top of the league. It's something that you can continue to work on. And like you guys mentioned, when Havertz come back, okay, I think, did we ask you if Havertz comes back, who are you starting? Because I think at some point, Arteta will have the dilemma that Arne Slot is having now, whereby you got your expensive striker. Now, do you play him or do you bench him?
When Havertz comes back, he's going to be the same size as Gyökeres, right?
Havertz look jacked though.
They don't play
bulking up.
Nick Voltemade, you know what? Who is his idol?
Havertz.
He's Kai Havertz, bro. He's
Yeah.
which player we look up to.
Yeah.
I'm like, game's gone now. Game's gone.
Utter woke
Brotherhood
nonsense.
there, bro. Brotherhood.
Yeah, so the last question we're going to ask you about this is, because we don't want to sound critical, because you guys got 3 points. It's just that I want to know, do you think Havertz starts over Gyökeres when Havertz is back?
No. First things first, I think it's super important to be critical, because it's better to be critical in September and October than sit down in May and be the banter club. This is one thing Arsenal fans need to understand. It's important to know where our flaws lie. Coming back to the question, I think it's going to be dependent on the opponent. Certain games are going to suit Kai Havertz better. Which are the games? The ones against the big boys. The ones against the big boys are going to suit Kai Havertz better because of his movement. I don't really rate Kai Havertz, to be honest. I can't really see what people rate him about, but those who have very good football IQ rate him very, very highly. So,
bro, we have great football IQ. That's why we are here. What do you mean?
No, I mean, because I
get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah, I remember getting into a bit of a argument with one of my very close buddy, and then he was telling me that you need to know football before you can appreciate someone like Kai Havertz. So I find it very hard to appreciate Kai Havertz, but I know what he does after watching him for 2 years. He does have very good movement, and his movement is very, very good. That being said, they both have different skill sets. Gyökeres is his finishing, Kai Havertz is his movement and link up play and hold up play. So I would say it's really dependent on the opponent with respect to your question. Against the lower end oppositions, we will play Gyökeres probably. Against the higher the big boys up there, we'll probably play Kai Havertz. But if you ask me, cup final against Barcelona or Real Madrid, who is your number 9? Mikel Merino.
A few weeks ago, he was upset how Arteta set up against Liverpool. Now he wants Mikel Merino.
He wants Mikel Merino up there.
Guys, I'm kidding. Definitely not Mikel Merino. If you ask me Champions League final, who would I start personally? I will go with Gyökeres.
So there you guys have
Gyökeres really need to do more lah. He really.
I think he'll be better though. Like Champions League games, I think
finals.
I think
it depends.
Sorry guys. I just wanted to add on this point. Yeah, you guys was spot on because you all just brought up Champions League, right? I just wanted to say, you see, against Champions League opponents, Victor Gyökeres actually gets more joy because they're actually Champions League opponents are usually top in their leagues or they're representing their countries. You know, they're the best team there, so they come out and they're less conservative. They come out and try to play. They try to go a bit toe to toe and everything opens up spaces. Gyökeres feasts on it. In the Premier League, not so much. You know, like what Glasner said post-match conference yesterday when they came to the Emirates, they knew that they had to set up in a certain way if they were even going to leave with something. So I think it's a bit harder there, which is why Gyökeres gets more goals in the Champions League. But like what I say, top players adapt. Top players eventually get it and they perform. So I hope in January and February I'm not finding any more excuses for Gyökeres.
So there we have. Do you have it, Victor Gyökeres? You have until January or February.
Let's hope Mith still has excuses.
The entire league should thank. You know who the entire league should thank? Liverpool. You know why? Because these guys don't look like they are losing. Wait.
Okay.
You guys want them to win so badly. Like last week we had Ismail coming out. I hope Arsenal. Do you guys know that if Dominic Soboslai did not score, they can actually not lose in the league. Of course, it's a very hard thing to do, and it is not. If anybody can do it, then we would have seen more of it, right? Even Alex Ferguson agreed that was one thing that is super hard to do, is to go unbeaten all season, right? But Arsenal have the defense to do it. So you guys have to thank the Dominic Soboslai free kick that gave them the loss, so that it will not happen. You guys.
In saying that, let's move on to the next game. Brentford versus. Oh no.
Yeah, that is the right one. Brentford. So Mith, the next game you guys have is against. You guys are facing Burnley away. So I think that's quite straightforward. I don't see any other possible outcome. So what's your predictions for the Arsenal Burnley game? Arsenal's away.
2-0 Arsenal.
I think Arsenal going to win 3-0. 3-0, I guess.
I think it's going to be an easy one now for Arsenal.
So what's your easy score prediction?
3-0, 2-0. I'm just going to go for 1-0 lah.
I'll go with Matt. I think 3-0 lah.
Yeah, correct. Do you think now is the question? Gyökeres, will he score against Burnley?
No.
Of course.
No.
Guys, can I ask a quick question to y'all?
Go for it.
I wanted to ask y'all, would y'all prefer, for the guys on top, would y'all prefer Sesko with 20 goals and limited goals for the players around him, or would y'all prefer the goals spread out? Same question for Mehdi. How would y'all prefer your goals to be distributed in your team? Which one gives y'all more confidence? Which one gives y'all more sustainability?
I can answer this quite easily. Mine is spread out because anytime Liverpool have won the league, right? Of course, you see a bulk of Salah goals, but that doesn't mean like the others do not score. Or even for example, when we had Bobby Firmino, right? He wasn't the main goal scorer, so I'm fine with. To me, as long as the team is winning, and then it's fine with me if the strikers don't get a lot of goals. The only problem being now it's these players are just judged by their price tags. rather than if people watch a whole game, like you can appreciate, of course you want your Gyökeres to score more, right? But you can appreciate that he frees up uh, players like Saka and all that. You have to watch the game, but people are just going to look at price tag, and that. So I'm fine if to me Gyökeres, if Saka scores more than Gyökeres and you guys win the league, I think Gyökeres is a successful signing.
Ish?
Yep.
Same for me lah. I mean, I'd rather have it spread out. Like, I feel like even for Liverpool, right? Like in the seasons where they won all the stuff, like you had like your midfielder scoring like 10 over goals, right? Alexis McAllister. So yeah, man. To me, I don't really. I mean, unless you have a Haaland with you, lah, right? Then that's a different story. But yeah, for me, I rather spread out, lah.
Yeah, for me, United is known to be a spread out, share the scoring, especially the back in the days. But I also don't mind if Sesko goes out and gets
Top scorer for
3
United.
games a game, and hat trick almost every game. I don't mind that. I think that shows what kind of a baller you are. That shows what kind of how lethal you are. So yeah, I don't mind that as well, because we've seen some people done it before with any team. So I think it's great if your striker is like full on giving you goals. He's so reliable, and it's been seen with Haaland. So yeah, I don't mind either. But if
That
my
doesn't
striker scores,
necessarily translate to winning the league, although it does like from time to time. But
yeah,
just because you have Haaland scoring everything
that's
didn't
true.
mean it was successful last
That's true.
season. So
Yep.
you might benefit, but of course, in the bigger picture, we are still yet to see. You need to see more from the striker. Although he's not scoring, you need to see maybe link up. All that I see of Victor Gyökeres nowadays falling down. Like somehow he's always on the ground. So I don't know, man. But if it translates to the winning something, then I think is a, if I think the fans of that particular team will be happy, the manager of that team will be happy, everyone around will look at it and go like, man, this Gyökeres is a bum. But if he wins all, then there's nothing much we can say about it, right?
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So Palace next game is Brentford. We will go into the Brentford Liverpool game next. But do you guys think Palace can get back on winning ways? Brentford are in a good moment, but Brentford will be away in this game.
Wow.
I think it's gonna be 2-1, man. 2-1.
I was gonna say
2-1 to who?
Palace.
Brentford.
Brentford.
I'm gonna go 2-1 to Brentford actually.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this will be like a 2-2 draw.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where is the game? Selhurst Park, is it?
Yeah, correct. Selhurst Park.
Sellers. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Palace win, no? 2-1 Palace win.
There's a fair bit of 2-1. We'll see if we get that spot on. Touching on Brentford, and let's go. Brentford also did not play this week. Unfortunately, there were no Brentford games being televised across.
I heard that sigh there, Matt, when you said going to the Brentford and Liverpool. Liverpool game. Oh,
The
man.
G-Tech Stadium is where Liverpool went and have now lost 4 games in the Premier League back to back. This is the 4th game that Liverpool have had no answer after going a goal down. Now some stats for you guys. Liverpool are the 4th champions to lose 4 in a row. City last season are 1. Leicester after they won the league was 1. Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp was another one, and unfortunately, we are the champions that have lost 4 again. This is, I believe, I've seen a number of losses, right? This, I believe, the worst performance in all the losses. Like I've seen we've watched the Chelsea loss, we've watched the United loss, but at certain points in the game, I felt that we were going to win it. But of course, unfortunately, last minute goals or whatsoever, we lost those games. But this is the one game that I just never felt like we were going to turn it around, especially after it was 2-0. Even when Kirkes scored, it was a very underwhelming half, and then I felt like we were never going to turn this game around, because I think last week when I'm not sure whether is it Ish or Heikel predicted a Liverpool win, and then the Brentford score was 0 from you guys. I already told you guys, there's no way we are not conceding in this game, because these are the games that we are extremely poor at. The first goal itself was was the proof to what I was talking about from the start of the season. Is we cannot defend these throw-ins. The first goal was a Michael Coyote throw-in. Someone got the ball and then it was a goal. And then the second one, we were just naive going up, easy through ball. I felt the keeper could have done better, but Brentford were two up. So it is a difficult point in a Liverpool season. Arne Slot, okay, here's something I need to say about, because last week, everybody was on him because he said that people were playing long ball. And I can pull out a chart for you that shows that yes, there's the team maybe here, the second team is here, and Liverpool are here in terms of oppositions playing long balls. So this week he clarified, just so that people know, he said it is opposition have found a way to play against us, and we haven't found how to deal with it, which is what he said last week as well. But last week's sentence was half, so people were on him about it. So whoever is playing Liverpool next are going to repeat the same thing, long balls, because he's proven to be successful. So how they adapt to it, we don't have the defensive rotation now to say, okay, let me bring in somebody else, right? So can they do it? Our next game is a FA Cup game, not FA Cup, the Carabao Cup game against Crystal Palace. So you know already that we might not win another game, because what's Palace going to do? Just hoof the ball up again.
But can I ask you this, Matt? Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you there. Do you think
Yeah.
there's an excuse by Slot or
It's not
by
okay.
because
I'm
sorry,
not
sorry
the yeah.
let me just finish this. Like, because I feel like right now throw-ins are so difficult to deal with
Mhm.
across all teams. I think all teams are struggling against that. Like,
Yeah.
it is so dangerous. It's such a thing now that everyone is trying to do it. And
Do it, yeah.
yeah, so like this goal by Brentford, that first throw in, is actually their 8th goal in the Prem by long throw in.
Yeah, correct.
That's pretty crazy, just by long throw in. So do you think that's an excuse, or is that like
I am not the biggest Arne Slot fan. He won the league. You can ask his mom as well, right? His mom tried to convince me more times than me as a Liverpool fan was convinced that Arne Slot is the right man right man for the job, right? So I was not always convinced. So, but for this, I don't think he's making an excuse, but he's giving you guys the reason. But this might be the bad thing about it is he is outrightly telling we don't have a solution for this.
yeah.
So what are the next teams that's coming to play us going to do? He's going to do exactly that, because he just gave you his his reason that he's
The
going to fail.
blueprint to beat you
Right.
guys.
He's saying we have not found a way. So if I was any other opposition team, if I'm coming there, I'm just going to launch the ball up. Forget about playing. If maybe Brighton would be the stupid team that tries to continue to play from the back, but any other team is going to do that. Like, why should I play proper football against Liverpool when I know that? I'm not surprised. Like, Man City, how Man City played against United, right? They try to hit you guys on the counter, right? Man City are going to do exactly that against Liverpool.
Do you also think that there are bigger issues, like for example how Salah is performing right now at the moment, how Kirkes is performing right now at the moment, how Words is not actually performing to the best of his abilities, Isak not really getting that goal? Do you think that all these other issues are also like a big issue for Liverpool right now? I think that is
Definitely. I think without for Liverpool fans who are mature enough, you guys will have to understand that this is a transition. The players that you mentioned, right, is apart from Salah, everyone else is new. That you're
yeah
asking,
yeah
Kirkes is not performing, Words is not performing, and then Isak is not performing, and all that, right? For Liverpool fans, I think we got lucky last season that Arne Slot did not get money to spend, so he basically had to. I'm going to give him credit before people say, oh yeah, because he had Jurgen's team. Like I mentioned before, Klopp might not have won the season last year, but in that sense, we were lucky because he didn't have all these new faces to put together, say, go and play football, right? So it is two ways. It's either for Liverpool fans, you have to accept it's a transition. Uh, it doesn't mean you spend much and then it's going to all miraculously work out. For rival fans are always going to say that what transition because how much we spend at the end of the day. It's about 500 million or something for something. So rivals, like if Words cost 20 million, if Haaland costs 30 million, nobody will bet an eyelid that Liverpool are saying it's a transition. But because of how much they cost, everybody's not going to buy the reason that it's transition. But most importantly, it's for Liverpool fans. You can see that is not what it is last season. Not even the play, nothing. When was Salah most effective against Brentford in this game? He was bad throughout on the right wing. When they moved him inwards to play sort of a two-man at the top, right? That's when he was best. When have you seen Salah play two up front? That itself shows that there's a transition happening. So Liverpool fans, you guys don't have to convince anybody, but you have to tell yourself that it's a transition that is happening. So do I think it's a crisis? Yes, I think it's a crisis. If I think winning the league is my penultimate goal. But before the season started, I told you guys, especially after Yota passed on, right? Told you guys I don't know what to expect from this season. So to me, it's not a crisis yet because I feel that if we don't win the league this season, I'm fine with it, right? But I will think it's a crisis. I told you guys, and for viewers, I told these guys that if Slot loses 6 games in a row, I want him sacked. And the reason I said that is then is a full-blown crisis because we are falling further away than the Champions League position. Even with the transition happening, I need us to finish on top 4. I think Slot has to find a way to finish in the top 4. Ideally, I would want us to challenge for the title and all, but it's looking more unlikely. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I told you guys on the pod, right? I told you guys the gap is now like 2 points, but it will get bigger. And now 2 weeks later, we are here. The gap is 7 points. It will continue to get bigger if Slot doesn't figure it out.
Right. I was talking to my brother, right? So he's a big time Liverpool fan.
Mm-hmm.
So we were also talking about how the crisis management is in phases, right? First things first, Alisson has to be back as soon as he can, right? Like case in point, like a good keeper really stabilizes the whole team. I'm not saying Mama is not a good keeper, but he's still new. Can't really expect much of him anyway. And I mean, his one-on-one closing down the second goal was not good. The Mbuemo one, the near post wasn't good either. But I'm not like blaming everything on him, obviously, right? But that being said, like you see how City had stabilized once Donnarumma came in, like how United stabilized when Lamens came in. So is the first thing first for crisis management is getting Alisson back from injury, right? Second, they have to change the formation. They have no choice, right? Like because now you cannot play this thing anymore, right? They have to, like my brother was mentioning, they need to have like somehow 4 in the midfield, like a formation whereby, right, they have 4 in the middle, like 2 of the defense. So it's basically like going back to basics just to transition through and stuff like that. So I think the season, the title challenge might be a bit far-fetched, but that being said, things change so fast,
Yeah, correct.
Things change so fast.
The
but
problem with
what happens,
the problem with things changing so fast is Liverpool is not part of the change.
Correct.
Right. Like you just say Arsenal drop points next week. Can you now confidently tell me that Liverpool are going to pick up 3 points and close the gap? That is the problem that we have now. So it is not looking so good. So depends on what people's expectations are of where Liverpool should finish, then that's when you think it's a crisis or not. Because as of now, for 4 games back to back is bad, man. I'm not like so like I'm not too reactionary, but I need to see things change. And like how I criticize Amorim, I'm going to be the same about Arne Slot. He has not figured out every time we go a goal down, and that's what's frustrating for me. Because when you go a goal down and you've lost 2 games, okay, maybe you've lost 3 games when you go a goal down, right? Instantly at halftime, you have to make the changes. You have to try something, not wait for 60 minutes and then throw every striker, every attacking player that you have. And then it is just so messy. And I think it's getting more and more evident that Salah and Wirtz cannot play together. And then now, uh, this Arne Slot's having the dilemma whereby how do I put Salah on the bench? Because Liverpool played better against Frankfurt. Of course, Frankfurt were a more open team, right? But we did well. Words did well, and then you put this game. If you are winning, why do you revert back? But then, of course, that I understand Slot in for that reason, because how are you going to bench Salah for good? Can you do that? Like,
I mean, if it's based on his current form, why not? Like, I
yes,
think,
this is the problem with having a player as big as Salah.
yeah.
Is like now I think at the back of Slot's head, right? It's the back of that bald head, right? I think he's thinking, man, I wish Salah didn't extend. Because when he took out Salah the day, he didn't seem happy. Against Frankfurt, when he brought on Salah in the 74th minute,
Oh, he
he
wasn't
didn't.
happy.
He wasn't happy.
Yeah, he wasn't
And
happy.
then now, if he could have just benched Salah, because the Frankfurt display was good, you could have built on that. But with that being said, if you bench Salah, then the noise comes again. Like Salah might change his Instagram display picture this time, and then people be like, "Oh, Salah is unhappy." So it's a lot of unnecessary noise around a club which is already not stable at the moment. But with that being said, here's my PSA for Liverpool fans. Mo Salah is a Premier League legend for us. Mo Salah, if is a conversation that many people don't want to have, he might be the greatest player in the modern era for us. But of course, with Steven Gerrard being the local born and bred, and in a difficult time, people are always going to say Gerrard is the best. And I have no issues with it. People, much like I said about Van Dijk last week, it's okay for us to acknowledge that the legs might be going up for these guys, but don't start to slate these guys as though they've not contributed. The things that we've won over the last few years, it's because of Salah. And who are your top players in your clubs? You might name me a Cristiano Ronaldo, you might name me a Thierry Henry. Salah has broken every record that was held by all of your top players of the generation. He could have left, like of course, there's Henry left for Barcelona, Ronaldo left for Madrid. Salah could have left, but he stayed. So people need to respect that there is that legacy. Even he scored this goal. He has now overtaken Wayne Rooney as the guy with the most goal contribution for a single club. So Liverpool fans, there's a respectful way to go about. I understand a lot of us don't want him to start right now because it's been bad, but don't suddenly make him sound like he's a bum. Yeah, things happen. I believe from the bottom of my heart, this Salah's last season. The reason he was given a 2-year contract was because they want to sell him for some profit at the end of the year. So with that being said, things are not looking so bright for Liverpool. Let's see.
Go for it, mate.
I just wanted to add this. I think we cannot underestimate the impact of Jota's passing, because I just feel when I see Salah play, and we know he's a fantastic player, but I just feel mentally he is still not fully recovered. I mean, who will, right, in such a short span of time? But these footballers, human beings. Jota probably shared a very close bond with him, and to just lose someone like that overnight, and that you expect him to perform at the same level. You must understand that he's a human being. So I feel that Jota's loss is really affecting him a lot, number one. Number two, I think there was this Liverpool online Twitter account that said, look how we have upgraded, and they put in a photo of Darwin Núñez and Diaz, and then they showed photo of Ekitike and
Words and
Isak,
Isak, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Words and Isak, and Salah actually replied to it, said that you can celebrate your new signings and maintain respect for the players who have won you the title.
Yeah.
And it was spot on. So I think most Liverpool fans, fine, but just make sure you remember what these guys have done for you, because as an Arsenal fan, I can tell you I'm longing for it, and I don't know whether I'm even going to get it. Sometimes when you haven't gotten something, once you have already gotten something, you don't know the value of it. So like what Maddie said, just appreciate Mo Salah. And coming to how Liverpool are now, I think there's a lot of different contributing factors. And but I personally believe the closest challenges to Arsenal this season is going to be still Liverpool, because there's just too much on that squad list for me to just ignore and say, yeah, they're done. Let's move on. Like who's the other challenger? It's just too much. At some point, they're going to click, and when they click, it's going to get scary. So our job is to make sure we have the buffer, so that when they click, we are okay. We have the cushion. So I think I just wanted to add the Jota part for
Just
Salah.
much like what Mith said, right? I think after Jota's passing, Salah put out was it a tweet or a statement somewhere that he said he's never been afraid to go back to training until then, because now you can deal with losses in terms of not winning the league, and you can motivate yourself, right? And then now it is like he's dealing with, like we say, we don't know how close he was, and of course this is never going to be out in the spotlight. We don't know how he's coping. So for Liverpool fans, you guys want to be critical of anybody, the new signings, it's fair enough. You guys can do that, but not on the guys that were once there with Jota. Even Robertson is such a good friend to Jota. Nobody, like, not a lot of people know this, but of course, I don't mind if the outside of Liverpool circle sees that this is an excuse, but I hope that Liverpool fans don't see it as an excuse, because we're talking about dealing with death of somebody close. We have no idea how. So, like I say, the outside crowd might be saying it's an excuse. It's okay, but Liverpool fans should back up. If Salah has a bad bum of a season, we still deserve to give him the perfect send off when his time is up, without saying anything wrong. Of course, we want it to be the best season he can have, right? Even his goal was such a brilliant goal, one touch, and then he volleyed it to the roof of the net. So yeah, I think that is that. I'm not too phased about. I'll be phased if you don't finish in the Champions League position, but if the title challenge is not there, then it is okay to me. This is where, like Meet said, people, even Ismail asked me about this, right? Because suddenly, like, you guys spend 500 million, then now you guys are talking about net spend. No, there is a reason for it. And if you analyze everything deeper, Arsenal have a bigger net spend than us. And here's why I'm going to touch on it. Because Arsenal didn't lose the players they had, like the important players, to buy the new guys. Liverpool, on the other hand, had to sell a lot of these title-winning players just to make way for the new guys. I'm not saying that we should not assign the new guys. I can bet you my last penny, Slot would not. He might have wanted to lose Núñez because Núñez wasn't scoring, right? He would not have wanted to lose Diaz. After the passing of Jota, we still lost Diaz. And I think he would not have wanted to. If there was a chance for him to keep players and spend 500 more, he will not be in this position. You know why? He can revert back to what he knows. He can just put like a Núñez in front and a Diaz. Salah is not having anything that is what he's used to. Who's at the back is no longer Trent. Who is at the side is no longer Darwin. Who's behind the one that plays that diagonal pass is it is now words. You have to, there are different facets to why Salah is not performing. It's a bit so and the worst part of it is what the transition this season, right? Next season is going to be a transition as well, because next season you'll lose Salah, and then now you're going to lose your big man who is the most important defender for us in like past 8-9 years. You lose him, so just because it's not like a victorious season doesn't mean it's a bum of a season. We have 29 games, but I will be very critical of the manager if he doesn't try to find a solution for this. Now you got the players, right? Whether he wanted to sign these guys or not, any club would bite our hands if you guys had a chance to sign the players that we did. Like Perkins was the best left back in the Premier League. Barring Haaland, you could say Isak is the top striker in the Premier League. You had Frimpong, who was seen as like Frimpong, maybe I'm on the fence. Ekitike was someone that your clubs looked at as well. So now you have it. It's not working in the previous system. Try and do something about it, because only the coach can coach this. Because
Exactly.
who else are you? Yeah, the players have to take some responsibility. Florian Wirtz, by the way, had a bad miss. He should have buried it. When you buy someone for 100 million, that volley that just passed the post, right? I'm expecting you to score, but he missed it. What can be done? The game is done, but you have to find a way to integrate these players quickly, because Liverpool do not have the time that like a Manchester United have, right? I think that would be a perfect place for Liverpool to be in now, where you have one whole week. Now and in this midweek you have the Carabao Cup to play, and it's Palace. It's not like a bum team like Grimsby Town. Sorry guys, it's not like a bum team like Grimsby, right? It's a Palace. It's a difficult game, so you have to play your top players, and then weekend comes, you have to play your top players again. So how are you gonna figure this out? There's no time for you to figure it out. So Slot, like I said, if I was critical about Amorim, I'm going to be critical about Slot. If you cannot figure out, you cannot make the tweaks. If your time's up, then your time's up. But of course, with that being said, he has a lot of currency left. The Liverpool management are not going to fire him because he won us the league last season. So they give him the whole season to figure this out. Will I be surprised if he goes at the end of the season? I won't be. If he finishes at 8 after the investment that they made, they might let him go. Yeah,
On a positive note, you will never catch Salah wearing a Villa jersey. So I think Liverpool fans have to respect Salah still. He has done so much for you guys.
I mean, you guys can criticize anybody lah, but there's a reasonable level to it, especially if it's a club legend, not Jadon Sancho we are talking about.
But I agree. I think Arne Slot has to figure things out. I think he has a lot of figuring out to do. He has such good players, and he has to figure out how to utilize all of them.
Now I have a question for you guys, because I spoke a lot about this Liverpool segment, right? If Arne Slot finishes 8 this with the amount of money that he has spent, or the club has spent, or whoever, but these are not bum players, they're good players, right? If Arne Slot finishes 8, do you guys think it warrants sacking?
I feel if he continue losing in the next few games, I think he needs to be sacked. That's how I feel.
Ishmael, you are a manager, backer. You ride the storm.
Well, I'll give him until the end of the season now, obviously. Right?
Okay, so like I asked you, if he finishes 8, do you think it warrants a sack?
Wow, I think yes.
Mith, are you someone that's back Arteta over the number of years? Now if Slot finishes 8, do you think he should be sacked?
Yes, and the reason for that is simple formula. You want to win the league next season, maybe this season, sack him and bring in Iriola now.
My boy.
Just bring him.
My boy.
And Liverpool, bro, I'm telling you, if Liverpool sack Slot tonight and they hire Iriola tomorrow morning, I'll be scared. I honestly will be very, very scared. So I'm not saying Slot is a bad manager. Definitely not, right? He won the league, right?
Yeah.
But the league last season, some people have said that okay, the those who were contesting with Liverpool didn't really put up a fight. But we got to be fair. He got the job done. He has credit in the bank. But there's only so much you can allow him. Like what Aikal was saying, is there's only so much. You cannot go on and you know, like what 10 games in a row, 12 games in a row, lose.
Exactly.
Cannot be what. So I think a fair gauge will be give him till December. Christmas will be a good gauge. If he continues and spiraling downwards, you have to act, right? I mean, I just feel that we.
Also, how not to be scared of dog? 8 hands, 8 legs, scary, yeah.
I'm not sure how scary it will be for the title picture or whatsoever. Even hypothetically speaking, Areola comes in, right? But at least I know we will save 40 million because Kirkes doesn't look like he knows how to play football, and the only guy that can make it work is if we get his ex-manager and put him in our dugout. I think because Kirkes is playing like a 10-year-old. Sometimes to say 10-year-old is like a insult to 10-year-olds. Yeah. So that's about it about Liverpool. We might be here next week again and we are talking about the same things because it doesn't look like it can be solved at the moment by Arne Slot. Touching on the other end of it is Brentford had a superb win.
Michael
I think like they've
had a
proved
good
me
game.
wrong because they lost Mbemo, they lost Wissa, they lost Norgard, they lost Thomas Frank, right? I was thinking it's going to be a tough season for them. With that being said, they're not like, I don't think they're in top 10, right? They're not in top 10 at the moment, right? But they are safe and they are getting these results. And they had a decent performance against Man City the other day. Although they just lost 1-0, they beat United as well. So it's looking good. But one player that Mith vicious goes to Arsenal next is Michael Kayode.
Crazy
I
guy.
cannot believe there's a player called Michael Kayode. Is a black player and he's Italian.
Guys,
and then there's a Destiny Udogi. He's an Italian also.
But touching on sorry, just to touch on Kayode, every FM since I think FM 22, Football Manager 22, I've been buying this guy for
Where
my
did
team.
they get him from?
He's a youngster. He's from Fiorentina. Bro.
Oh,
This kid.
I grew up
exactly
with Batistuta era lah. So
exactly. So this guy on my FM is always the top assist.
Throw in,
not throw in, but by open play for my club always. He is that good, and he plays right back. Right, he is that good. So I think you know how realistic FM is, right? You know, so Michael Kayode, if he goes to Arsenal, oh my god,
this will be bad.
We are doomed.
You know the thing that they worry about. You know, can Gyökeres score? Just go and buy Kayode. You just put him there. The set piece will continue. You guys will win the league by Michael Kayode being top assister of the.
But can I tell something on this game? Not I felt Damsgaard and Sade has to be given a shout out. They were so good this game. I think Damsgaard performance this game was equally as crazy. His passes for especially the Sade goal as well. Man, like Brentford, pretty annoying. A pretty annoying team to go up against.
But bro, like Damsgaard, right, is really one hair transplant away from a $60 million deal. I swear.
Yeah, he's
brother is. The hair tax is crazy, man.
You know, what?
Should I just call this episode like hair something or
when I watched him in which Euros? Maybe it was Euros or World Cup before he moved to Brentford, right? I think it was an Italian club. If I'm not wrong, it was an Italian club, right? And his hair was much better than it is now. I was like hoping that somebody big will buy him. And then when he went to Brentford, initially it was kind of like is it working? Is it not working? Like, but Brentford being Brentford, all the guard, all the Scandinavian fellas will be good there. Like Norgard, Damsgaard, any other guards there?
Right.
Odegaard soon,
Odegaard, if you see.
Stop being with Kayode.
But also
shout
out to my ex-captain Jordan Henderson. Henderson had quite the solid game. I think like that when If you're talking Liverpool solid, is a different, right? But when you go to teams like this, and you will touch on the next game, even players like Zaka, right? These guys are bringing their experience to teams that might struggle. So I think was it was a good performance from Anderson as well. Yeah, Meet, you were saying something.
No, I was just like wanted to tell you guys, Coyote, he's Nigerian. Actually, he's born in Nigeria
So
and from
Bukayo
Fiorentina.
Saka.
And I just can't imagine Bukayo Saka and Coyote on the right hand side. It's
Hey, bro. Now, okay, I got a question for you. What are you guys going to do with Coyote? I mean, of course, we are talking about
bro.
like if Timber gets injured and all that, right? But if Timber is fit and Timber looks so good this season that he has a shout for one of the, I think it's between him and Hakimi, right? So if you buy a Coyote, like, are you guys going to just give him like 10 minutes when you need a goal, then ask him to take all the throw-ins?
Every time throwing, they sub him in,
No,
then sub him out. Sub him in, sub him
it's
out.
basically
NFL.
Arteta will decide based on who throws the ball further.
Guys,
Whoever throws the ball further will start the game.
guys, you all know how bad, how annoying Arsenal will be if they buy this guy, not? You know, like nowadays, like I've complained to you guys before, right? They will bring it to the byline and just whack it against somebody and then goes for a corner. Now imagine they don't even have to do that. They now go to the throw in side. Even if it's a throw in, if they buy a Coyote, they're going to be successful. Bro, this move should be banned by the
Coyote,
FA.
The league
FA.
isn't ready
no
for it.
lah, no. If I were Brentford, right, Coyote 120 mil, easy. Buy you want 120 mil, buy
We will give Gyökeres.
Yeah,
Times are tough, bro. I think let's just do
The worst part about losing to Brentford, right, is that United and Liverpool got done by a fucking set piece coach.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about losing.
Shout out to him. Like there are people who are upset that that's how they beat.
Yeah.
No, these I don't want to call them small clubs, but these small clubs, you're gonna make use of whatever you have in the armory, right? Right. This is the way. If for Arne Slot, you know that there's not a big 6 game every week, so you know that there's a lot of games that you're gonna face with this. So for clubs, we have to figure out like how to deal with these things. So we'll wrap up this segment with a Liverpool prediction. Liverpool play on Sunday. I mean, let's keep the FA Cup. I think we're going to go out in the FA Cup. That's my prediction. So Liverpool's next game in the Premier League is against Villa. Liverpool at Anfield. So it's not looking good. It's not looking. If I was saying 6 game sack, right? 5th game Aston Villa, 6th game Manchester City.
I'm just thinking like with Villa's game against City, like how they perform and everything. Man, I it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a 1-1 draw for me.
Ishmam, what's your take?
Liverpool 2-1.
Liverpool 2-1.
This is the one that they
Yeah,
stop.
I think this is where they
Yeah.
turn it.
Okay, fair enough.
Mid.
I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
2-0
Alisson is
Liverpool.
back, right? Is Alisson back?
No, Alisson's out for 6 weeks, so
He's
I
gonna be
still
out
think
still.
it's
No,
Mamades
Alisson is
really.
out. Okay, wait.
See,
No,
that's how much
I'm
it
going.
changes you.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1 because I just think Alisson is so makes so much of a difference. I'm going to
Yeah.
go 1-1.
I think we'll stop the run, but this game will be like a 2-2 draw because Alisson is not back, and then we got the Palace game, which is a tough game whereby he cannot bench the top players, right? Unless he's trying to throw the Carabao Cup away, which to a certain extent I wouldn't mind like starting the non regular players against Palace. If you're out of the Carabao Cup, let it be done. Give the players a rest, the main players a rest, and let them have
Go
a
again
proper
on
go at Villa. Because Villa are now on a 6 wins 7 games. We will just touch on this game a bit because it was about the same time as the El Clasico after that. So we missed a lot of things. So not much went. So Aston Villa beat Man City 1-0. It's a great Matty Cash goal. So
Again, Matty Cash with
we were just talking about this last week, I think. Right? We were talking about it, that can Man City sustain the title charge or something. And then fair enough. But historically is now the third game at Villa Park that they've lost like back to back. So it's not so it's like no Haaland, no party, right? if, my worry for Man City, right, is if Haaland goes on a long injury setback, right, it's over for them.
He almost though. He banged his nuts on the
Oh
post.
yeah,
Almost.
right.
Almost.
Man City really cannot have
Almost.
to have him injured. Emery's one of the milestones in this game was Unai Emery's third year since taking over Steven Gerrard, and I think it's been really successful. Of course, Ismail might have other things to say about it. We will
Oh,
hand the mic. We'll hand the mic over to him after this. But I think he's been to Champions League. He's brought Europe to Villa. Villa usually finishes in a decent position. So Ismail, has Emery's stint at Villa been successful?
Yeah, bro, 100%, man. Like I think like the only sad thing is he didn't get the backing that he wanted this transfer window.
Because of you guys, You
Correct.
guys beat them last season. That game, there was so much riding on it for them, you know.
Correct. And to a shady goal also, lah, right?
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, it's like he is a class manager, so I was very baffled when the first 3 games they played like that. Like I think they had 0 points or some shit from like 3 games.
Yeah.
But like it also at the same time, it's like so impressive how they turned it around. And now it's like they look like the team of last year.
Yeah.
Like facing PSG that time, when they were like doing so well.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, they are missing the likes of Asensio. I think Asensio was a huge player for them the second part of the season. And finally, John McGinn is not playing on the wing.
Oh my God,
that
that's
was
so
a
true.
bum move.
I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do, honestly, the first few games. I mean, it was nice seeing them.
Tinkering.
Yeah, too much,
figuring out.
Too much shit going on. But anyways,
Also Bowen's Jared Bowen stepping up though.
Shout out to
Bowen's West
Sancho
Ham,
for
bro.
being shout
Bowen.
out to Jadon Sancho for being a piece of shit and getting subbed twice in the game.
Sub off. Okay, Michael, I will give you 2 minutes.
Sorry,
I'll give you 2 minutes to get whatever you have about Jadon Sancho out of your chest before we move on, because the game was what it was.
Sancho
apart from
Sancho was brought on for Buendia, right?
Mhm.
Who was injured in the 20th minute.
Okay.
Right? And then he was brought off 70th minutes. Right.
What's the reason? Just a tactical decision?
I think the reason is because he is so shit that he deserves to be brought out. Because who came in for him? Gerson, right? The guy.
No, bro. Barkley.
Right.
Barkley.
Oh my God. Barkley and Barkley.
What else? There was 2 changes around that time.
Right?
Bro, he's a joke, really. Like, the meme that time, who's your goalkeeper? Then Bezos, where is it?
Bizot.
So now I saw the meme. Why you change Sancho? He said Ross Barkley. Then how about it? Ross Barkley. It's that fun, bro.
It's pretty crazy thinking about this, because I feel Sancho is gonna go all the way down now. He's just gonna crash because of all these outside things that are happening with football concurrently.
Sawiri.
He has so much scandals going on outside of football that I think this fella should just try to become a singer or some shit.
OnlyFans or what?
Do something else I think. But yeah, Sancho has
Isma might be the only person in this world that has suggested Sancho to do OnlyFans.
I mean, he like what this kind of...
Yeah, it's like it's so weird, because like now his outside scandals are like outshadowing his football career, and he's just mad lah. I think
he's so young somehow, bro.
Yeah,
it's a big pity, right?
It's just so mad. I think what kind of explanation is there to give anyways for him? I think enough lah. It's good that he should just be in the shadows, and then he can just sort out all his other things. Then don't need to talk about his football, because he can't do anything anyways. He had a few moments, not moments, like he had a few touches in the game that I thought was like, oh okay, he could, but it was nothing lah, So I don't know. What do you guys think about this Sancho situation?
I have no words for it. It's just one of those things. I mean, maybe you guys feel a bit stronger about it because he's your player, and rightly so. You guys should feel strongly about it. I thought been underwhelming since he came to the league. But as with a lot of your players in that era, in that phase whereby you guys signed a lot of players, right? It just didn't
Yeah.
work out. So if he was in a better Man United period, because he's good, right? He's good. Like maybe this is a mindset thing. Some players don't have the mindset for it, so he might just fall in that
Bro,
category.
he got 5 or 6 time pay bump. You
Mm.
give a 20-year-old like 250, 300k. It's fucking ridiculous. Like that was the fucking like Woodward shit that was happening back then. It's
Yeah.
insane. How you give this guy this much of money? He's a young boy, but even then, right? He's still on debt with the PIM, right? He paid the PIM for some
Yeah.
shit. That's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous. Anyways, get past this. It's a piece of
What do you think, Mith, about Sancho?
No, I think actually, to be honest, Sancho, he's usually like what Maddie just said, right? The United players, you can't really judge them because they went through all of them went through tough periods at Manchester United. But most of them, after they left United, they are doing very well. No, you look at Scott McTominay. By the way, guys, that goal that he scored. Okay,
insane.
let's not digress. But Scott McTominay, Marcus Rashford, all of them, even Marcus Rashford, he's doing well, starting for Barcelona and everything. I think Sancho's problem is deeper. No, he has got deeper problems than just having a bad spell at Man United during a tough phase at Man United.
I think it's just
And
a
also,
mindset.
I think for young footballers, right, you need proper guidance now. You really need proper guidance. You're given crazy amount of money at a very young age, and if you do not have the system in place to guide you properly, you will fall through very, very easily. I was watching the El Clasico yesterday, and Lamine Yamal, and the way he was reacting and all. These footballers, they are so blessed. They have something that not many people have. All around the world, people are tuning in to watch them. People idolize them. I just hope that they portray themselves in a better manner. It's okay if you have a bad patch. It's okay if you have a bad game. Nobody's going to fault you. But if reports are coming out for Sancho, for example, saying that all these external activities are going on and your form is bad, then it's very disappointing, right? As a fan,
I can tell you guys, right? Sancho confirm vape.
Yeah lah.
I think it
For
appeared
sure
in one of his
lah.
Snapchat, no?
Yeah.
I told you guys 2 minutes about this fool, and now you guys have brought up a 4-minute conversation about Jadon Sancho, who deserves no time in our podcast.
Yeah, enough. But
he doesn't even deserve time on the pitch.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. So earlier I said Jared Bowen, not Jared Bowen. It's Morgan Rogers for me. This game, he's really stepping up, lah. Morgan Rogers.
They should build a team around him.
Yeah, he's doing so well, and I think I agree with his mom saying McGinn not playing at the side.
Left,
I think has helped Villa so much.
It was such a bad experiment.
But
the problem with Villa is if they do not qualify for the Champions League again,
yeah.
then players like Morgan Rogers going to be.
But can I give another shout out for Villa? No? Ezra Konsa, guys. He's been actually doing. I never thought Ezra Konsa would do good, but
it's part of the England setup now, isn't it?
He's doing so good, man, for Villa. So I don't know, with the combination of like Rogers spearheading the attack with Buendia. I mean, unfortunate for Buendia who's injured, right? Who just got injured this game. But Konsa at the back as well with their two midfielders of like Onana and Kamara. I think, I think they can do quite good in the next upcoming.
I think a fair thing for them to achieve is the Europa League positions. Nothing higher than that. No shade to someone like Emery and Villa, right? I think like a Europa, especially this season, it's going to be a bit tough to break into top 5 and all of that. So we've covered who Villa plays next. So Man City's next game is at home to Bournemouth. So that's not an easy.
It's going to be a good one, huh?
Yeah. So what's your predictions before we go into a break?
I'm going.
Who's at home, huh? Is it
City.
City?
3-1.
Etihad.
3-1.
At the Etihad.
3-1 City.
Bro, have you watched Bournemouth?
Bro, you don't think my boy Anthony.
Bruh, you know how well they've been performing, no, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Different
But I
level.
know lah.
Yeah, but I think it's a tough fixture lah. I'm going 2-1 Man City.
Ooh.
I'm going I'm going 2-1 Bournemouth.
Wow.
Every week he come and give his
opposition
prediction to write
No.
off all the challenges.
I'm
One
going.
more.
Yeah, go for it.
Pep will play Reindeers as a lone number 6 and bless us again.
I'm gonna go with Money Me on this one.
Bournemouth victory.
2-1. Bournemouth.
Let's see which pair gets
Got
it
your
right. Is
back,
it
bro.
me?
I got your back, bro.
As much
Do it.
as I support Anthony, I think like even for Man City, right, at this stage in the league, right, out of 9 games, Liverpool have 4 defeats. Man City already have 3. If they slip up again, it's their 4th defeat. So, but I mean, if all of these teams lose, then end of the season, maybe like last season, Arsenal fans will probably acknowledge, oh, everybody else fell off, so we won the title quite easily this year. So it's not on us; it's because everybody.
We won't.
Right.
I can assure you, we won't. We won't accept that.
Okay, so the next game we're gonna touch on is Chelsea at home to Sunderland. Surprising result for me. I felt that Sunderland didn't have the minerals to beat the traditional big 6 sides away from home, right? So we will hand this over to our Chelsea representative in Mitran. So Chelsea lost 2-1. So what do you feel about this match, bro?
I'm so sorry, guys. I need to apologize. My club is useless. They're all just bums. And we are really billion-dollar bottle jobs. That's what we are.
It started out so well for Chelsea, right? Garnacho scored and then did this. I'm here,
How dare he, though?
bro. At this point of time, I don't put anything beyond him. He
How
has a
dare he?
mind of a champion.
Someone he celebrated in front of the away fans, right?
Yeah, I think so.
How
Yeah.
dare he, man?
But
Away fans.
at that
He's
point
arrived.
of time, it looked quite good for Chelsea. I felt that it looked quite good for them, and I was thinking that they will go on and then like go on and just put a few more in. But credit to Sunderland, they steadied the ship, and then they started bringing the game to Chelsea. One of the reason is one of Mith's ex-player. I felt that Granit Xhaka had a superb game in the middle of the park. And Mith, what do you make out of Xhaka's performance?
Xhaka, he was really good. And he's been very consistent since he came into Sunderland. Not an easy move, to move from Bayer Leverkusen to Sunderland, newly promoted team.
Right, I felt it was a weird signing, right? I
Yeah.
thought
He
like,
left because Ten Hag, bro. Ten Hag, 1 game in, he's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Anyone who comes for me, I'm gone. And Sunderland came.
didn't they buy him before the season started or
No,
before?
no. So Ten Hag took over.
After Ten Hag
1 game
over.
in, then he was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
What surprises me most about Granit Xhaka, right? When he left Arsenal, I felt like it was the maybe like slowing down phase of his career. But he went to Leverkusen and did a really fantastic job. And then when they signed him for Sunderland, I was like, what kind of move is this? And then it's turning out to be one. Ismail, were you the one that said that they call him Sunderland's most important player or something? Who was
Yeah,
the
so no. So according to Sunderland, he's the one player the most successful player that has won the shirt, according to the fans. And it's crazy talk, bro.
But also he's the sorry, mate. He was the captain
No
at
problem.
Bayer Leverkusen, right? I think he was the captain,
Was he?
I think he was the captain at Leverkusen, and then when he came to Sunderland, now he's also the captain, I think.
Why did I feel it was like a...
Sorry, mate. You were saying?
Yeah,
I think I might be wrong.
No. I was just saying that he's probably the most important player to have won the shirt after the legendary Lee Catamol.
Mhm.
So,
Bro,
yeah. So
you can ask my cousins, right? When I was growing up, right? Who was the one player I wanted for Liverpool to sign? Lee Catamol. My cousin will always say, because I always said Lee Catamol is the hard player that we need. So maybe he's taken over from the Lee Catamol phase of it. The hard player. But Zaka brings so much wisdom, man. So much
So
wisdom.
much.
He knows when to slow it down. At one point, he was like doing like a solo run into the Chelsea box. I'm really surprised by Zaka, and they are now, after this victory, they are second or third in the table, right?
Third now, but like to me, the worst part was the shambolic defending on the last goal. Two centre backs on
Yeah,
the. I don't understand. It was the Tosin, right? Tosin.
Sochin
Oh, bro, I saw the
bro.
thing.
I told you.
and Chaloba, right?
What did I tell you guys that time? Liverpool are the only team that will give these Chelsea weird pairings centre
No, but
backs like a good chance.
Ochepong honestly had a very good game. I think he was subbed
Yeah.
off or something.
But he
But
cannot. He's not ready for like 90. Even against Liverpool, it's the same, right? They took him off. They took Josh Archipong off. Before we go into that goal, Isidore scored again. He got the Chelsea equalizer. So this is fourth goal in the Premier League. And so I think that's quite a great return if comparing the players that were bought
This
over this summer.
this guy came from Lord of the Rings, right? Isidore. Right?
Bodoh
He's a
lah.
warrior, guys. Crazy. I feel like he's a damn good striker, man. Every time, like, he always has a chance to score. But yeah, man.
Chelsea didn't offer much in the second half either. Like I thought it was quite comfortable for
Sunderland
for
brought it to them.
for Sunderland, and I felt that they were the more dangerous side. Before the goal in the slottage time, Chelsea fans made fun of us, right? Where are you guys? Where are the Chelsea supporters? We made fun of us because we conceded late, right? What the hell you guys were doing? Brobby, right? Brobby is
Brian Brabe.
right. He's so strong. You look at him, you know he's so strong. But the Chelsea defenders did not make it hard for him either. I thought he held them off like quite quite easily, and there were two
like,
of them.
what
And
what was going on, sir? I mean, not taking nothing away from the finish, but like, what
yeah,
the hell? What kind of defense?
right. I
That's what
thought
you call aura defending, bro. That
Shocking,
is.
shocking. They
right.
got attracted to the ball. It's insane, at this level, Tosin and Chaloba both go to the ball, both get attracted to the ball. It's so
And
naive, lah.
it's not like as though he stopped the ball and then held on for 2 seconds and then
Yeah.
turned and then just passed.
Yeah.
He held on the ball for a fair amount of time
Yeah.
before, of course, having the mind to lay it off for Talbi, which was a superb finish.
Superb.
Right, it's like right. He just bent it over like to the side of the net. There's no way the keeper was saving it. It was a fantastic goal from Talbi. So it's early season. I just want to get this out from you guys. Sunderland now, like we mentioned, sit third in the table. Where do you guys think they can realistically finish? I mean,
11.
put
10,
aside
11.
the Leicester City fantastic story of the past, because
I think
Just gonna see
10,
them be
10
champion,
or
bro.
11. No, bro, they have 9 players gone for AFCON.
9.
9 players,
They have 9 players gone for AFCON.
including Lord of the Rings, Isidore.
Bro,
Yeah,
for
bro.
real.
Isidore. Okay.
Bro, they have
Oh,
like shit tons of players gone for
oh,
AFCON.
then
Yeah,
that's going to be a very
that's
tricky
gonna be
period for
realistic.
them to
Correct.
navigate.
So that's why now they have to reckon all the results, you know what I mean? So I think the best they can do is 10 to 11.
But they were the one team that I was very sure were not going to go down after coming up. Right? They did smart investments that they are now benefiting from. Right? Often at times, even Forest at one point of time, right, when they came in, bought like shitloads of players and it didn't really look so good. But credit to Sunderland, the manager is doing
Great ownership.
doing a fantastic thing. They should be in the league, man. Black Cats should be in the league, much like we hope Blackburn one day. These are iconic
Oh,
and
Blackburn.
historic teams, right? That it's just nice, like them, Southampton. So at least we can see Sunderland in. Maybe next year we might have Southampton back up again. We don't know. For Chelsea, do you guys see? You know what? When it comes to Chelsea, right, it's so hot and cold, like from last year. Like 1 minute, I want to give them like the benefit of the doubt that they're gonna carry on building upon a week's victory, right? And then they go and lose to Man United, and then build again, beat Liverpool, and then they lose to Sunderland at home. So with this trajectory, I can see Chelsea continuing this thing throughout the season. Where is your expected finish for Chelsea?
Top 4 lah for me.
Top 4 still.
I think for me top 6 now.
Top 6 mid.
Top 6.
The most important men's Chelsea or Chelsea representative. Where do you believe?
I
the
don't think
Chelsea.
up the Chelsea, but I don't think we're going to finish in the top 5. We've become an absolute joke, to be honest.
Every grace that was given to Mith because of how good he was to Chelsea, I think week after week he's going.
Bro, but to be honest, right? If Chelsea fans are going to come for me, guys, you lost to Sunderland at home. What do you expect me to tell? Like, do you expect me to come here and like try to make a case for you? It's impossible.
Have you guys,
impossible.
Mith, before you make that statement, have you guys played Sunderland at home?
At Stadium of Light.
No, at Emirates.
Emirates. No, we haven't.
Not yet.
You better hope you win. You better hope.
No.
They will bring the receipts, bro. I tell you.
Yeah, and I wanted to add about Granit Xhaka, right? A shout out to him because when he left Arsenal, right, I didn't really understand why we were selling him. He was like kind of finally living up to his potential and doing really well with Partey and Odegaard. So he's doing very well. I'm really damn happy for him.
With everything that you guys have right now, right? Do you wish you guys have someone like Xhaka instead of like having to have bought like a Norgard that you guys don't even play? Would you prefer like Xhaka to be there still?
Yeah, 100%. If we had Xhaka, right, I think we wouldn't have had to we wouldn't have had to buy Norgard, number one.
Yeah.
Mikel Merino would also be not really necessary.
Mhm.
So I think Xhaka was a weird one because when he was going through the tough patch, we stood by him. Then when he finally started to peak and was starting to hit his true potential, we got one season out of it, and then we sold him off to Leverkusen. He went on to win the league, and then now he's balling out at Sunderland. So I mean, I'm sad because I would love him to be in this Arsenal team and everything. But I'm just happy for him also because he went through a lot at Arsenal. We must remember that the fans gave him a horrid time.
Moment with the captaincy and all that, right? For Chelsea fans, we don't have much for you guys apart from whatever your representative have brought out for you guys.
I have one shout out.
Shout out to
keeper again. No. If you guys go to Chelsea Fan TV YT, shout out to Steve from London, who's not a fan of Garnacho because of his blonde hair. So shout out, Steve.
Chelsea fans, I think, right, even you guys would want this thing to happen whereby Pedro Neto plays on the left, Estevao plays on the right.
Yes.
Give it a go, Chelsea guys. You guys, it's like anytime you guys play somebody from the starting lineup, these guys don't want to cement their position. Whether it's Garnacho or Gittins might start another week, I think you guys have to sort that out like quite quickly. But for Chelsea, I feel as much as good they are, however good that they can be, I think they cannot reach their ceiling because of their centre back pairings. If you guys play against Liverpool every week with different centre back pairings, you guys might win the league because we let you guys have that all the time. But your centre back pairings are so unstable. You guys should buy like I think we spoke about it, right? Chelsea should have went for like a Donnarumma before, because there is lack of experience. How much can you expect Reece James to handhold these guys and go forward, right? So ideally, Chelsea, you guys might want to buy like a centre back in January, like just someone that's more mature, rather than this chopping and changing of centre backs is just bringing in more youngsters. It's like bringing in another youngster, pair him with another youngster, and then Levi Colwell not being there. It's affecting how they're playing out from the back, especially when you do not have a left-footed left centre back. So I think that is contributing to a lot of. Not every week is Liverpool, man. Not every week is Liverpool. So let's see who Chelsea play next. See whether they can turn this around.
Spurs.
Excuse me.
Chelsea against Spurs. Oh my god. So who's home? Spurs is at home. So Chelsea's next game is Sunday at 1:30. Spurs play Chelsea. Spurs is at home. So who you guys got, man?
Chelsea 3-2.
Huh? Okay. That's not the worst shout. Okay.
Nice.
I don't see. Okay, for me, I feel like this game will be Spurs 2-0. I don't see Thomas Frank conceding 3 goals against Chelsea. Ismam, so you have a Chelsea win, I have a Spurs win. Boys, what's yours?
I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay, me.
I'm
Oh,
okay,
two of
I'm
your
going to
favorite
go-
teams, huh?
Yeah, my two beloved teams are going to play. I don't know which. Maybe I'll get those jersey with half and wear it.
Hey guys, that is one of football's most rubbish things. Please do not buy these things. Like okay, just say like a Cristiano Ronaldo has a few teams. Then here is Al Nassr. Then here's Man United. And then here's Real Madrid. If I spot any of you guys wearing this thing, I will block you from our following list. Okay, yeah, so your prediction.
I'm going to go Chelsea to win 2-1.
Chelsea to win.
Spurs Stadium. Yeah, because
we have-
the reason is Spurs home form is horrendous, guys. Fun fact: Spurs away form is the best in the league. They've got 13 out of 15 points.
Wow.
But Spurs home form is 17th or 16th in the league. They've gotten 4 points out of a possible 12 points. Very bad. Very, very bad.
So guys, now you
Or
know why
something.
you have to subscribe to us, right? We got the facts, we got the stats, we got the knowledge, and with that, it's two Chelsea win, 1 draw, and only 1 Spurs win. Nitin, I got you, bro. Nitin, Spurs, come on, you Spurs. So that's that. Who is the other team? Sunderland. Let's see who Sunderland play next year.
Sunderland earlier is
Everton, right? Sunderland playing Everton.
Yeah, Sunderland's home to Everton, Stadium of Light hosts Everton. So I'm going for a Sunderland win this time because I think Everton didn't have the best game as well this week. Plus, it's at home for Sunderland. I'm going for a 2-1 Sunderland win.
I'm going to go for a
I'm going-
2-0 Sunderland win.
1-0 Sunderland.
1-1 draw.
For the week where we back Sunderland to the moon, right? You next Wednesday we will see they drop points. In this game they're gonna lose to Everton.
You say what again? Sorry?
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay.
Last week we all didn't give Sunderland a chance. And
Oh,
then
that's right.
now we are overcompensating for the fact that we underestimated them last week.
Then you see Xhaka going to get red card.
Wow, bro, I think if Xhaka is down for them for a period of time, right, it's gonna be a
A
bit
problem.
challenging. A bit challenging for them. So that being said, we've covered the top games that happened. Of course, we were also caught up in the El Clasico match as Arsenal game was going on, as some of these games were going on. So some notable results from this week include a 3-0 loss for Everton against Spurs.
At home.
Everton were at home. I was expecting a much tougher game and a much tighter game. Van der Ven scored 2, right, Ismam?
2 headers from corners.
Beneficiary of Van der Ven's goals for FPL. And then who was the other scorer?
I mean, Pepe Matesa scored the other goal towards the end.
Just when I wanted to say Goodison, then I just realized it's the Hickory Dick.
Hickory Dicks.
No, Hickory Dock lah, bro. It's Hill Dickinson.
Hill Dickinson. But guys, in that game, I watched that game. Beto's bicycle, what a save by Vicario. Vicario, we got to give props to Vicario. He played well this
Shout out
that game.
Vicario.
I tell you guys honestly, this season, right, we should actually have goalkeeper of the week as well. I tell you, goalkeepers this year, I just crazy. But the LSBs, Everton's LSB, the Low Sock Boys, which is their
Jackie Boy.
Jackie Boy. Ndiaye, Ndiaye and who's the other guy? Dewsbury Hall. I call them the Low Sock Boys. You know, they all got low socks. Just couldn't get anything going that game. So Good
This
win
this
by
is the
Spurs.
Spurs that we 1 week maybe might be solid,
Yeah,
and then the
man.
next week might be messing up.
Yeah,
So
man. Come on, you
so
Spurs.
another result is Sean Dyche's first game back in the Premier League. They obviously had a victory against Porto in Europe, but they lost this to Bournemouth 2-0. And I thought I thought, but then again, it's a away game. If it was a home game, Sean Dyche with the backing, right, he would have parked the bus. I think they could have got the result, but maybe Bournemouth game was too tough. And this is what I mean by at the same time them playing on, was it a Friday? Right.
Mm.
They were
Yeah.
engaged in Europe on a Friday, and then you get a Bournemouth away. It's not going to be an easy game. I think we will see a lot of these things. The clubs that go for the European games just have a bit lesser energy. Um, the next game, do you guys want to shout out anybody? I know, yeah,
Krupi
that guy,
Junior,
right?
bro. Yeah, Krupi
Yeah,
Junior, bro.
I think
4 goals, 4
he's
games, I think.
4 goals in 4 games. Where is he from?
Yeah,
Suddenly, there's no Ivan Nilsson, but some groupie turns up, and then some
Krupi Junior.
Semenyo will be okay, and then like, you know why? Why are Bournemouth so good?
Iriola.
Yes, my boy. My boy, Doc. In the final game that we thought was noteworthy was Newcastle beat Fulham 2-1. It took a last minute goal.
Bruno
Uh,
Guimaraes.
yeah, Bruno Guimaraes with a last minute goal. 2-1. Fulham.
I just don't understand one thing for Fulham, bro.
Yeah.
Why is Kevin not starting?
Did
This
he start this
Kevin
game or
guy,
did he
no, he
play
didn't.
the second
He
half? Is
came,
it?
yeah. These Kevin guys, right? I might be glazing it a bit too much, but every time he comes on, right, he makes a difference. And I think, right, Fulham needs to start using. He's quite good, guys. So I don't know. I just feel he made so much difference when he came on. But it was a game of like watching the game. It was so funny. It was so many like unforced errors, man. This match, like Newcastle making errors,
Tennis game.
and then you see Kelvin Bassey making errors, and you
Yeah,
see like,
bro, I
it was
don't
just like
understand. I sometimes right,
just
sometimes
crazy, man.
players just need to remember to turn and kick the ball out. Hoof it, do a Jamie Carragher or something.
When in doubt, kick it out, man.
Right.
Yeah.
What
Sean
you
Dyche.
the Kevin Bassey, what was he doing? Like
Yeah.
what can you do with it? He was, if you had just passed to the other side
He'll be
or
done.
just turn around and just kick it somewhere else,
He'll be done.
you're not going to concede the first goal with which Jacob Murphy scored, right?
Yes, that's right.
I don't understand this thing like holding on to the ball. Yes, there's that philosophy of and play out from the back. This includes you idiots at Brighton as well. Don't play out from the back all the time. If it cannot work, it doesn't work. Kevin Bassey is not like somebody who's going to be so comfortable on the ball. You know him for like your heading
I think
away.
he's stuck on his pants lah. His pants too low lah, bro. Baggy yeah. Then like
Lamin
he want to turn, then he like,
Lamin
hey,
Yamal lah.
Utter woke
sangkut.
nonsense, bro.
Right. So guys, pull your pants up, pull your socks up.
Yeah,
When it's
man.
time, turn and kick the ball up to the other side of the pitch. Don't be subscribing. Modern football, it is not the thing all the time. You guys want to play out from the back, especially like for a team like Fulham. Fulham, I told you guys before, anytime they concede a goal, right, they're not going to win this. They're not going to win, and they
Yeah.
cannot, for the life of them, hold on to a draw, hold on to a to 1-0 lead. That's how bad they are.
Yeah.
So who's the Marco Silva, right? Marco Silva is the manager, right? I think his time is up for him. No, like of course for Fulham, not, you can't say they're gonna win in the top 10 or whatsoever, but they need a manager with some sort of defensive solidarity. Then that you need to grind out some victories. Marco Silva is not able to grind out anything at any time.
Yeah.
I don't.
Ten Hag is available, just saying.
Eric Ten Hag. You know Kevin Bassey is going to become worse, bro. I tell you, under Ten Hag, he's already bad. He's going to be worse. Yeah, I mean, you look like you want to say something about Kevin Bassey, or you want to say something about Marco Silva.
No, I think there's some internal issue going on at Fulham. The reason why, right, is that he has benched Robinson, who was his captain last season,
Oh yeah, you're correct.
all the way from the first game week. So I'm not sure what exactly
He's not
happened
injured, is it?
because He's not. So he was on the bench for a lot of the games, and like what Haikal said, Kevin is an excellent player that they bought for a substantial amount of money from Shakhtar. And when he comes on, he's electric, he's pacey and everything. He doesn't start as well. So I don't know whether there's some internal rift or whatsoever, but it doesn't look good for Marco Silva because he's a good manager, but Fulham's standings in the table now is in a very precarious position. So
Yeah.
they better be careful because I don't see any of the 3 promoted sides this season going down. So it means 3 of the boys who stayed up, 3 of them probably will go down. So Fulham, if they're not careful, they might end up
We sucked
in a
into it.
relegation battle. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think Marco Silva has reached his ceiling. So Fulham, just put it in the bag and move on. There's just some other managers. So with that said, we have completed this week.
We do have one more.
What
Just to say, just to let everyone know, Wolves versus Burnley. Wolves lost again. Still no league win for Wolves. They just can't get it over the line, man.
They're going down, man.
Yeah,
they survived because of Cunha last season.
They actually even fought for the equalizer before halftime. They got the equalizer before halftime, but they just can't get away, with the win. First away win for Burnley. But again, another shout out for Dubravka, goalkeeper. He was his save that helped Burnley win the match.
Get the points.
Yeah, so I think that was just about it. Yeah.
Piece of shit couldn't keep a clean sheet for me.
Yeah, same. I also this week brought him because I was so confident that I replaced him with Pickford. Actually, it's better if I've taken Pickford.
Robin Roos, never go wrong.
Bro, right? You know who doesn't go wrong, which I'm going to do next week?
Raya.
David Raya. He's not going to concede anything.
I got him 5 weeks back.
I got a notification about David Raya just as we were talking earlier. He has sent in a request to Mikel Arteta to work from home this week.
Look at the cocky guys. Bro, going to pull his hamstring like Alisson. Then we see when Kepa comes. You guys,
bro, don't say that, bro. Don't say that.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on to, as usual, every week we end our before we cover FPL. That is,
don't forget
we come up with who we feel are the best in certain categories and the worst in certain categories. So your best goal for this week, who does it belong to?
Matty Cash.
It's a nice one.
I got Tavernier from Bournemouth for the goal from the corner.
Corner, right.
Brilliant.
Mine is Mo Salah. Not everybody's gonna do what he did, like take on the left and then volley on the right.
Mo Salah. For me also Mo Salah.
Right.
Nice.
Class.
We have bought Alexander Isak for 130 million, right? I can confirm with you he doesn't score that kind of thing. But honorable mention has to be Eze. I almost picked Eze first until I remembered that Salah scored, because that Kung Fu volley that Paulo Di Canio used to do is not an easy technique. So your team of the week. Look at these guys, me.
No, but it's true. They had a good performance.
I gotta give it to United.
My team of the week this week is Sunderland for doing what a lot of people didn't think it was possible, for winning at Chelsea.
Namely us, the 3 of us.
My team of the week for this week is going to be Brentford, actually. The reason is...
Move on.
No lah, I mean, it's not because of Liverpool hatred or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just feel so amazed by them, guys. Honestly, I feel so much of love for them.
Bro, just because you say this sort of thing,
to us,
just because you say these things, right?
To us, then they will kena from me lah.
You think you say this sort of things, Coyote is going to Arsenal, is it?
I tell you, Coyote is not gonna go, bro.
The Fabrizio Coyote
is not gonna go, bro.
I tell you,
it's gonna feed families, bro. It's gonna feed families,
bro.
All right, your player of the week.
I gotta give it to Brian Mbumo for me. Sorry, this week I gotta give it to my United boys.
Are you going with Mbumo as well?
No, but I'll go with Matthias de Ligt.
Move on.
You guys, you're a bit too what? Again,
I just feel good. It just
Bro,
feels
in the
good,
game.
let
guys.
them.
He kept us in the game, bro.
Yeah, it just feels good, guys.
I only bothered to send a smiling emoji because at one point of time, right, I think Delete like headed it out for a corner or the ball, he cleared it out for a corner. Then Ismail was like, "That's the passion." And I was like, "What the fuck?" He just cleared the ball out for a corner. What? And then because he shouted, and then they are like excited about it. But it's your player of the week, so my player of the week is I'm not going to say Liverpool players or what lah. My player of the week is Granit Xhaka because the wisdom and the game management is like you need a manager at the same time you need a manager in the game to do what Xhaka did and to turn the game around for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Mate, yours?
Mine is Mickey Van de Ven. No
Two
Christian
goals,
Romero
Mickey Van de Ven.
next to him. 2 goals, clean sheet. Surprised Ishmael never choose him, given that he gave him 88, brought him up to 88 points on FPL.
Bro,
It's not nice, Ishmael.
they are blinded. They are blinded by the United victory that is covering their eyes, man.
Bro.
Hey, Bobo also gave me points, right? Come on, guys.
That's why.
Fair enough. Okay, the last category for this is our Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or, if you don't know what it is about, each week we pick out a team, a player, a referee, a fan, or anybody to give this title for someone who did extremely poorly and deserve this Ballon d'Or. So, who is in your category?
Can I say first?
Go.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Jadon Sancho for being a piece of shit and getting subbed twice.
Yeah.
His mom picked Jadon Sancho. Heikel, yours?
I gotta give it to Liverpool for the slump
Mm.
that they're in. Hopefully it stays like that longer.
Mhm.
But if not, then they have to figure something out. So for me, Liverpool.
Yeah, mine is same. Mine is Liverpool and Arne Slot for obvious reasons. 4 back to back. So
Back.
that explains back to back.
Back.
Even that also I'm missing. I don't even know how much losses we have at the moment. That's how bad it is. Meet yours.
Mine is the 2 Chelsea clowns who were trying to defend.
So it's a shared prize between two guys. But so yeah, that sums up all of it. And before we leave you guys for this week's episode, we are going to go into the FPL
Don't forget.
table. So we have a league called the Odd League on FPL. So if you guys, we will cut this off. Ismail, when was it that we wanted to cut off the new people joining?
We are looking at mid-December, so
Okay.
another month.
So you guys can join us in the Odd League. We will share with you the code to join us. If you top the table at the end of the season, we will give you your teams. We will gift you, you heard that correctly, for free, your team's jersey.
For free?
Yep. So shout out as usual. Some guys are not moving. Mitran is back to where he belongs, second.
Can
Boleh.
You know that stupid position will never get off me, and I'm getting sick and tired of it.
You're not going third. You might be at the top, and then you're
Bro,
not even.
but you've been doing so well.
Yeah, man.
This week you actually didn't do so well, bro. Looking at your team, I think you chose well, but I think that Haaland captain,
Yeah.
Chelsea's loss.
This
I
week
think
generally is quite like a
just
poor
pretty-
week, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Nitin who continues to be at the top. Maybe he might be out one week. Then,
Can I give a shout out to someone?
yeah. Hey, wait. Before that, our third
yeah.
place is back to Murali. I have an Ilanga
going up.
Johnson. So these are top 3. Yeah, your shout out was to
My shout out is to this team, Bruno Dos Tres.
who
This guy is now higher than Mandem FC.
Who's that?
And I just got to give a shout out to this guy.
Okay,
But-
guys, we will
Sorry.
will let the cat out the bag. Bruno Dos Tres belongs to Ismam. Ismam is currently in the 6th position and he's done the best in our entire league for
Yeah,
this week
man.
with 88 points. So, Ismam, how do you feel about the victory?
Guys, it's mad comeback lah. Remember the game week 3 or 4 I was sharing the last or the second last. I
Who
was
got
then
you the most points?
Van der
It's
Ven.
Mickey Van der Ven. And he
Mickey, bro.
didn't credit him.
23 points.
Bro, I told you he's blinded. Even when I asked him to pick the Ballon d'Or, they go around menu again and then gave it to Jadon Sancho. But shout out his mum. What a
But
great week, man.
you also activated your bench boost, bro.
Oh yeah,
That was
so I
not
did my
good.
bench book this week. I think I was a bit skeptical about it, but end of the day, in hindsight, it was a good decision, man. Because
Yeah,
everyone
good
else had
decision.
a not so
Mm.
great week. Shout out to Rodon,
Oh, yeah.
that madman that gave me 13 points. My captain didn't do anything, Haaland.
I got pissed about that. I shared with the guys how
Yeah.
someone captain Rodon. That is ridiculous, guys. That is
Mad lah.
how much who did he pay to get this information?
Hey,
Please.
guys, can I ask you all something? You know who is in our league, right? There's this guy called Aiman Samad. Is it one of your friends?
Aiman
Not
Samad.
sure.
Aiman Samad, the team Koporu.
Where
19th
where's
position.
his position?
19. Bro, I'm so sorry if you're watching this. I don't mean to laugh at your misery, but your bench has more points than your total. It's
Oh
pretty
my
crazy.
god, yes, yeah.
Bro, his
He
bench
had-
has Pedro Porro with 11, Van der Ven with 23, Sesko with 4, and
Damn,
Petrovic
you're
with
right.
8.
Ooh, that is
Man.
crazy.
It's
Man,
fucking
you,
crazy.
you need to make use of your bench more, Mr. Aiman Samad. Do not be Arne Slot, who doesn't want to give chance to the players on the bench. And so I'm currently at 7th. I had a bad week with 37 points, and Heikel is currently at 14.
I'm coming up.
I thought you had quite a decent
Yeah,
week as well.
77
Yeah,
points. Pretty good.
77.
77 without Haaland doing
And
well.
there's no bench boost or no. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was a solid week for you.
Bro,
Yeah.
if he had a bench boost, so he would have had 3 points only from the bench.
No, but I feel I have a very good midfield setup right now. So I'm very happy. And of course, always my keeper always saves me with some points as well. Not
Bro,
much.
get rid of these Reinders, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's like
We'll see.
Load
it's like
6.
low
We'll
6.
see.
So next week
Load
is game week 10. So we hope to bring our FPL expert from one of our previous episodes
Hey,
in game week,
Tijo, Jonathan.
game week's 10 episode to give you guys more tips for our FPL league. So like
That's
we
right.
said, we share with you the code and then you can join us before we close.
Quickly join
entry.
us.
Yes. So that's about it for this week. So normal things, if you've not followed or subscribed to our pages, please do so. Please leave your comments. We see a lot of new comments. We see new people commenting. We absolutely love that. Just engage with us whatever way you can. And then if you want to be a part of the show, do let us know.
Let us know.
We can always get this done. We would like to hear from you guys. Just whatever, whether your thoughts. If you guys want to choose like a good week, you can come on. If you guys want to come on a bad week, you guys can do so as well. So also, yeah, shout out to this cap brand called Habitual,
Woo!
a Singaporean brand. If you guys want to support another local brand, you guys, I'll leave the link as well for you guys to go and support.
That'd be a good idea. That's
so
right.
shout out to all the local.
Hey, also again, I'm gonna just not shout out lah. The guy who asked us to pin, you have to subscribe, bro.
Bro,
Please,
you
I'm gonna remind this guy again. Who are you? Subscribe. I pin your comment.
Reveal
already.
yourself. Reveal
Sa-
yourself.
subscribe.
Subscribers and share like. But thank you for commenting, everyone again.
Mitran, of all people, I want to thank you for coming on board while you're on holiday. I hope
Amazing passion, bro.
I hope because you came on this show when the Champions League game comes up, you guys lose.
Always a pleasure, lah, boys. I really missed you all.
Yeah, we miss you, man.
We miss you,
especially
man.
like we like to hear your honest Arsenal take, guys. We are an honest podcast.
That's
If
right.
you guys listen to this and you guys do not agree with us, right? We don't care. We're just gonna keep on doing.
Let us know. Just let us know. You can still let us know. Comment and we'll respond, I guess.
With that being said, this probably is our longest episode because, like I said, Manchester United win, Manchester United lose. So this guy take 40 minutes to complete their segment. With that being said, I'm Maddie, hoping for Liverpool win next week.
I'm Haikal.
I'm Ish, hoping for United to win next week.
Move on.
And I Mith from the top of the league. Bye, guys.
Cut off his outro.
Peace, everyone. We are the
Peace,
WhatsApp. Ciao.
guys. Ciao.
Bye.